the other girl shows up. That's really awkward. Lori sees that and goes home. Instead, they both showed up at the same time. I had to kind of pick. I sound like a total jerk here because I was. I promise I've evolved as a human being. But I don't have my kids don't exist, right? The marriage I have doesn't exist. Luck matters. And the Warriors have had that for a long time. And that luck has run out. The reality is that all the good fortune that Golden State has enjoyed and taken advantage of over the last many years has come crumbling down. I don't know why. No idea why the basketball gods or karma or just chance have decided that it's snake eyes again and again and again for Golden State. But look at what's happened. Look at the decisions that they've made and the things that it's resulted. In order to get Kevin Durant, and I'm not second-guessing that. They won a couple championships with KD. They had to empty out their level of depth. KD leaves and gets injured that last run. So you get one fewer championship than I think you would have. Sorry, Raptors fans. Klay Thompson, same thing, goes down to injury. And so there's no depth in this team. They go to get D'Angelo Russell. And I remember thinking in the offseason, all right, I don't really buy Russell as a guy that can be an impact player, but who better to learn from and play on the floor with? And respect because of what they've accomplished if you're going to grow into the kind of player that D'Angelo Russell needs to be for the Warriors to make good on that investment, then Steph Curry, and Steph goes down. This is all the bad luck that comes a lot of teams and individuals' organizations' way, hitting the Warriors all at once. And now there's an opportunity. Because just like you have to take advantage of the opportunities given to you, of the successes, of the chances, of the doors that open, to achieve whatever kind of greatness or success or meaning in your life that you're striving for. And for NBA players, it's obviously NBA championships. You also have to be able to deal with the heartache and the losses and the struggles with maturity. Most of us are not professional athletes given this gift from God of ridiculous athleticism with millions of dollars in the bank. And most of us then, right, have forged our way through our respective careers with some ups and some downs. And those of us who have been lucky enough to have some success, and I mean lucky, have done it in part because I think we had some fortitude when things went badly. The Warriors are going to have to get past their arrogance, their institutional arrogance, especially as this is from ownership from the front office, that they're smarter than everybody else. They're not smarter than everybody else. I don't want to pick on Bob Myers because he was crying at the KD injury in June. He's probably very emotional right now. And I mean that. I like Bob. He's a nice guy. But Bob Myers is not the genius that Bob Myers probably thinks that he is, because if Bob Myers had had his way, they would have traded Klay Thompson and maybe Draymond Green for Kevin Love back when Kevin Love was in Minnesota looking for a way out. It was Jerry West who put his foot down on that. But when you win again and again and again, it creates an institutional arrogance that can get in your way. The owner of the Warriors said just before we found out that Steph's injury is going to be a three-month injury. You heard it from Mark Medina. Half the NBA season. That they're not going to tank. My man, you don't have a choice. You're not very good. You don't have the players. What you have is an incredible opportunity. We're not into the college basketball season yet. We don't have a clear-eyed view of who the top player in the next draft is going to be. Those things sometimes change. But every year, there are impact guys that come out. Can you imagine what a Karl Anthony Towns or a Zion Williamson, if he can be healthy, or a Joel Embiid, or a Ben Simmons, or whoever the next guy is, with a Warriors team that has a Steph Curry, who's older but can shoot the rock, a Klay Thompson, who has all of 2019-20 to rest, a Draymond Green, who wants to prove to the world next year that they still have it, and maybe D'Angelo Russell. The next guy can be the catalyst for continued greatness. The Spurs are the example in the NBA of how you continue a dynasty and how you hand it off from player to player. And what the Warriors haven't done yet is hand it off from Steph Curry. They didn't hand it off to Kevin Durant. Steph was still the guy, still the man. The numbers bear this out. When KD was on the floor, Steph was amazing. When KD was on the floor, Steph deferred. That was leadership. That wasn't weakness. That was selflessness in pursuit of greatness. That wasn't, I can't do it anymore. There will come a day when they're going to have to hand it off to Klay and then probably to somebody else. And the Spurs are the model. Tim Duncan handed it off to Tony Parker for a very short window. They got a championship. Tony Parker was an NBA Finals MVP. And then it was handed off to Kawhi Leonard. And if they hadn't alienated Kawhi with their own institutional arrogance down in San Antonio, they'd still be winning championships. That much is obvious based on how good the Spurs are because of Popovich and how great any team Kawhi Leonard plays for is. That's the model here. This is the opportunity. The Spurs not even lucky. The Spurs took advantage of drafting Kawhi Leonard late in the draft. The Warriors don't have to get that fortunate. They don't have to dig that deep into the pile for some hidden gem. All you have to do is lose basketball games. You don't like tanking, you don't think it's a good idea, you think it's a bunch of garbage, tell that to the only undefeated team left in the NBA. Because the Sixers, who swung and missed in a lot of those picks, may not be the best team in the NBA. They may be, but they're looking like certainly the best team or one of the two best teams in the Eastern Conference. Joel Embiid, tanking. Ben Simmons, tanking. Do you know why I think Phoenix is a little bit better than people think we're going to be? I know that may not last. I love Dario Saric. Tanking for Philly back in the day. The Jimmy Butler thing was such a mistake. This is an opportunity for the Warriors. But unlike the last one they got, when three misfits who were overlooked in Steph and Draymond and Clay came together, and then they got the right coach in Steve Kerr, what it's going to take here is an institutional understanding you're not going to win basketball games this year. That is hard for everyone to admit, that their idea of their own perfection, their own greatness, is the driving engine behind insert whatever they do for a living. Not always. Not always. If the Warriors are as smart as they say they are. A few years ago, New York Times Magazine did a great story. I meant 3 or 4 years ago. Great story on that Warriors ownership group. Those Oracle geniuses. And they are geniuses. Most guys that walk into a room just think that own teams, think they're the smartest guy in the room. Those guys actually are the smartest guy in the room. And it went into the arrogance and how they thought they were smarter in the game and they could outthink people and they would win championships as a result. And they did. They crunched the numbers on three-point shots. They didn't change the game by accident. They did it through math and analysis. Well, now that arrogance, really the institutional arrogance of the Warriors that powered them to where they are, it's going to have to seek victory in the one place they have in the last few years. And that is a huge dose of humble pie. You are going to have to accept losing. You're going to have to lose on purpose. You're going to have to take the snickers and the laughs and the joy of an NBA that's been so tired of your dominance and just eat it and take it. Because the only way that Golden State gets back to where they need to be is the ability to have someone they can pass the reins to if and when Steph starts to break down. Broken hand is a brutal moment. It's also true, and we saw it over only a small number of games, but it's also true, we saw enough to know the Warriors weren't going to win an NBA championship this year. This is an amazing opportunity. Remember, that Spurs team that I think is the example of how to have some longevity got a little bit lucky in that David Robinson got hurt, and they were really bad, and they got that pick that became Tim Duncan. Sometimes you got to lose in order to win. And whether or not the Warriors... And by the way, they also can just be so lucky that they try to win and they still lose because they're so bad. But don't coach and fight your way to a 5th or 6th draft pick in the NBA draft. And I know the lottery's been somewhat adjusted where it's harder to tank. Lose games. Put your young guys... And it also serves a purpose. Put your young guys on the floor. Let these guys... Not just because they're going to grow into real players. You need to evaluate which of these guys can actually play. Throw them into the fire and see what you got. Bad teams are an absolute headache and an absolute lack of joy to be around. But you also have sometimes guys who kind of emerge. The Devin Bookers of the world, whoever it is, like, oh man, that guy can ball. Ball isn't going to be in Steph's hands because he's not going to be there. Ball's not going to be in Clay's hands. He's not going to be there. Draymond Green isn't going to be shooting and shouldn't be shooting 15 3-point shots a game, even though he's going to want to. See what you have, lose a bunch of games, and recreate yourself for another 4 or 5 year run. This is an opportunity for the Warriors, even though I know it's painful. 855-212-4CBS. 855-212-4CBS. We'll take your phone calls on Ryder Than You with me, Bill Ryder, next here on CBS Sports Radio.
Trade pros. Whether you specialize in service or new construction, Ferguson knows firsthand how much work goes into a long day on the job, which is why we're committed to offering the products and solutions to get every job done right. With over 1,000 locations, an unmatched selection of specialty products, tools, and supplies, our pro pickup and same or next day delivery, you can trust that doing business with Ferguson will be the easiest part of your hard day's work. Visit Ferguson.com to find a counter location near you.
Bria's fashion boutique is the worst. First, they asked me if I needed help finding anything. Just because I'm gorgeous doesn't mean I need help.
No matter how hard you work for your small business, online reviewers will find something to complain about.
Then they tell me they're having a sale. Oh, so you're assuming I'm poor. Cool.
And while Progressive can't save you from these trolls, we can help you save money on commercial, auto, and business insurance.
Also, they tried to give me the friends and family discount. I'm not your friend, so...
Get a quote online today at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliated and third-party insurers.
Ordering online? Just click and your purchase appears at your doorstep. But the vehicles that move your order, trucks, jets, and ships, create a lot of greenhouse gas emissions. That's why ExxonMobil and Synthetic Genomics are developing algae biofuels that can reduce emissions from all those trucks, jets, and ships by half. The upshot? A future where your deliveries are just as convenient and greener. Learn more at energyfactor.com.
Thursday Night Football.
You're going to give whatever it takes tonight.
The game's biggest stars.
Don't give them nothing right here.
And fiercest rivalries.
We live for nights like this.
In prime time on Fox. Streaming live on Prime Video. And every game on NFL Network.
Touchdown. Let's go. Turn up.
Thursday Night Football. Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Goes to the end zone. It's good.
Availability subject to change.
Managing snow and ice covered parking lots is tough, and it requires the right mix of equipment. With a proven family of box plows, skid steer systems, spreaders, and snow plows, Boss has parking lot solutions you need to quickly and efficiently restore order. Are you a homeowner or business that needs snow removal equipment? Wagner Mower and Plow carries all of your snow removal needs. Wagner Mower and Plow, located on West Ridge Road in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Did you know that anyone with a brain can have a seizure? Whether you're the parent of a child with epilepsy, an adult having seizures, or you work with someone who's impacted by epilepsy and seizures, then you know that life can be different for people who do. But it doesn't have to be that way. The Epilepsy Association of Western and Central Pennsylvania can help you learn how to manage your seizures, regain confidence, and begin enjoying your life again. We have free programs like our emergency medication program. If you can't afford your medications, we may be able to help. Project School Alert. Contact us and we can visit your child's school to teach your child's teachers and peers how to recognize and respond to seizures. And we have many other programs and services to help. 1 in every 26 Americans will develop epilepsy in their lifetime, and you are not going through this alone. You can find us and more information online by searching Epilepsy Association of Western and Central PA on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at EAWCP.
If you or somebody you know has experienced a pregnancy or infant loss, please check out our website, emmasfootprints.com. Our mission is to provide financial assistance, emotional support, and compassionate guidance to our families. You are not alone.
It's time for Erie Otters Hockey on WRIE Erie. CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260 is proud to be the new home of Erie Otters Hockey. Now let's go live and join the voice of the Erie Otters, Aaron Cooney.
The Otters have been bugged by shootouts the last couple of games as they've seen 3 straight hockey games go to the skills competition after a 5-minute 3-on-3 overtime frame. 2 Saturdays ago, the Otters fell to the Mississauga Steelheads in a shootout. The Wednesday after that, Erie fell to Guelph Storm in an afternoon shootout. And then Saturday night at the Erie Insurance Arena, just a few days ago, another shootout. Well, in terms of a hockey game where we saw 10 goals scored, and also finishing this one off in a shootout with the Erie Otters hosting the London Knights. As the Otters would jump to a 3-1 lead in the first period, the second would be a frantic back and forth 20 minutes that would see goals and leads exchanged. The Otters would see the Knights climb within 1, 3-2 early on. Match that with a Daniel D'Amato goal to make it 4-2 to reestablish a 2-goal lead. And then a pair of goals 31 seconds apart from Antonio Stranges would even things all at 4. But the Otters and Emmett Sproul, after killing off a penalty, ready to take the lead back. 11:40, the play of the night for the OHL. Emmett Sproul taking off on a breakaway as he dances Jordan Coy Erie again takes a lead, 5-4. Wouldn't last long, as under 4 minutes later, of course, Connor McMichael on the board. His second of the night evens things at 5. Oddly enough, after scoring 10 goals in 40 minutes, the next 25 minutes will be scoreless. Nothing in the third period, nothing in overtime, and into the shootout we go, where Chad Yetman, the man with the hot stick, goals in 8 straight games now, give him shootout goals in 2 straight games as well, as he picks up the only shootout goal as he beats Jordan Coy on his backhand. And the Otters take the hockey game 6-5 in a shootout, 2 points in the victory over the London Knights. And we're going to do it again, this time from the Budweiser Gardens. The Erie Otters into London, Ontario for their second visit of the season. The first time around didn't go so well, falling 6-2 to the London Knights. And now, Erie, finding their hockey game. They're ready to get back at it tonight with some reinforcements added to the lineup, as the Otters have added a veteran in Drew Hunter, former Niagara Ice Dog, picked up in a trade this afternoon. Took an Uber 2 hours from St. Catharines to London, as the Otters came up to London after a afternoon practice Thursday afternoon. Hunter joins them this afternoon, and he'll be in the lineup wearing number 72. The former Niagara Ice Dog overage defender joins the Erie Otters, his first game tonight. We have some more news and notes going around, especially with the Erie Otters and some roster changes. We'll get to those in a little bit. There's more coming up. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Cloud9 One Bar and Restaurant invites you to our weekly Sunday brunch from 11 to 2. Choose from over 20 different items, including our custom-made crepes, omelets, our carving station, and much, much more. And for a quick, affordable lunch, it's Cloud9. For lunch ideas that are extraordinary. Cloud9 is open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Come relax with a fine wine, craft beer, or mixed drink, and find out more at cloud9erie.com. Cloud9 One Bar and Restaurant, 1010 French, wine, food, friends.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital are collaborating for cancer breakthroughs. We're sharing insights to help improve treatment times and results for you and your loved ones. For certain types of cancer, radiation treatment times have been cut in half and achieved the same level of success, exposing patients to less radiation and giving them a chance at a quicker recovery. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent. Together for health, together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. That means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585. The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Budweiser Gardens. I'm Aaron Cooney. It's the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show, and it's kind of funny. The best mascot in the league, according to everybody here in London, as Scorsy comes out. And I'll tell you what, Scorsy kind of looks like a garbage can. If you mixed a Knight and Oscar the Grouch, you get Scorsy. But enough mascot talk. Let's talk about tonight's game. This is the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. I'm Aaron Cooney, and we're looking at this evening's matchup, Otters and London Knights. News and notes. Let's get right to the Erie Otters side of things and look at our lineup. We'll start first. Aiden Campbell's going to get the net. 5-1-0-1, a 3.08 goals against average, and an .883 save percentage for the Granbury kid. Aiden Campbell. Out of the lineup tonight for the Otters, number 2, Brendan Kishnick, number 25, Marcus Gillard, number 73, Connor Lockhart, and number 91, Brendan Hoffman, which brings us to our UPMC injury report. Kishnick, lower body, he's still week to week. Marcus Gillard, he is out long term with a lower body injury. Connor Lockhart, well, he's at the World Under-17 Hockey Challenge. He will join his mates and start his tournament tomorrow against Russia, along with Canada Red. Brendan Hoffman also out of the lineup. He is out ill this evening. In the lineup comes Drew Hunter. He'll be playing defense along with Curtis Henry. The other news today, which is unfortunate, coming from Luke Beamish, as he missed last game against the London Knights Saturday night and has retired from the Ontario Hockey League and from the Erie Otters. Luke Beamish, extensive injuries have plagued him throughout his 4 years in the Ontario Hockey League. He missed 45 games last year with the upper body injury. As those symptoms continued, he simply decided to make a mature decision, knowing that there's a lot more to life than just hockey. It wasn't worth the risk. And he has decided to retire from the Ontario Hockey League. For the London Knights, Brett Brochu will get the start. 6-1 on this young season for the 17-year-old. 2.67 goals against average. That's third in the OHL, an .898 save percentage. As the Knights made news, too, with some goaltending changes, trading Jordan Coy to the Sarnia Sting in exchange for Dylan Miskew, the overage goaltender, out of the Western Hockey League. Scratches for the Knights include number 4, Avery Winslow, number 10, Stuart Roloffs, number 39, Max McHugh, and number 74, Ben Roger. But for the Erie Otters, wearing number 72 tonight will be Drew Hunter. Coming from the Niagara Ice Dogs, a 2-hour Uber ride for him to get to London to play here tonight, joining the Otters from the Niagara Ice Dogs for a 4th-round pick. That's the deal. I caught up with him before tonight's game. We're going to hear from next when we come back. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Holiday season, my good friend gave to me. Selling Powerball tickets, 6 match 6 chances. 5 cash lives. 4 cash for lives, 3 pick 3s, 2 Mega Millions.
Pennsylvania lottery tickets make great gifts, like the new Secret Santa, with top prizes of $300,000. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
And best wishes from the lottery.
Life can get busy with work and taking care of family. Sometimes we put off college or continuing education because it's too far away, too expensive, or just not the right time. But now it's your time, right here, close to home. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College reduces the barriers that prevent you from going to a traditional college and offers a new 2-year college option in Northern PA. Associate degrees and workforce development training provide new possibilities through evening classes. With many classroom locations and community partnerships, the education is brought to you. NPRC. Affordable, accessible. This could change everything.
Interstate Mitsubishi has been ranked number 1 in sales satisfaction in the U.S. for 2 years in a row. Customers are our priority, and no one can compare in price. Right now, you can own a 2019 7-passenger Outlander for only $20,988. That's only $269 a month. That's right, own it for only $269 a month. And you're covered with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Interstate is the place to go. Mitsubishi's the car to buy. We make it easy, only at Interstate Mitsubishi.
Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Offer excludes tax, title, and dealer fees.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You ought to be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. Aaron Cooney here, joined at this time by the newest Erie Otter, Drew Hunter. Drew, well, welcome to the team. Welcome to the Erie Otters. It all kind of went down pretty quickly here, and I know we helped out getting you an Uber to London, but what is this process? What has this day been like for you?
Really, this day's been crazy. You know, I woke up this morning. I didn't know I was being traded. I had no clue. just after morning skate today in Niagara, my agent called me and essentially said, do you want to go to Erie? I said yes. It seems like a great organization to be a part of. And then 45 minutes later, someone called me an Uber and then packed my stuff, and here we are.
What do you do in an Uber by yourself for 2 hours and 20 minutes or whatever it was?
Literally nothing. Probably just look at my phone a little bit, listen to music, try to rest before the game. It's been a pretty hectic day, but yeah, just try and get ready.
So here come, as an overage defenseman, you join the Erie Otters and kind of patch up some holes that they've been experiencing with some younger guys getting into the lineup. But for you, what do you bring to the Erie Otters and to this organization for fans who may not have seen you as much, or what does Drew Hunter bring to the lineup?
Mostly I think it brings stability to the lineup. Just being an older guy, I know what to do in most situations. Also, I bring a little bit of offense to my game as well. I feel like I can put up points, and I feel like I'll fit in well with the team here.
Now, you've been around the Niagara organization for a couple of years now, and I'm sure that you're familiar with there is like that bit of a rivalry between the Otters and the Niagara Ice Dogs. What's it like being on this other side yet, as you will see your former team in just a couple days?
I'm really not sure yet. I'm happy to be an Otter and happy to be here, and yeah, we'll see on Sunday here.
So the Otters trying to get back into the swing of things here after dropping a couple of games. A win for them this past weekend over the London Knights last Saturday, and here taking them on again. What do you know about the London Knights to prepare yourself for this game? Because you're jumping into another rivalry between the Erie Otters and the London Knights now as a member of the Otters, that these games can get pretty feisty themselves.
Right. Well, we actually just played them last weekend. I was here, same hotel, same everything. So, they're a good team. They're a skilled team. But, I think we are as well. And we're just going to go out there. We're going to work hard and do our best. So,
what has the coaching staff told you, and what can you expect when you step on the ice as an Erie Otter and taking your first couple shifts with what partner you may have?
Not much. I don't know anything right now, but I'm ready to go. So,
well, Drew, thanks for this. We appreciate your time, and have fun here tonight with the Erie Otters.
Yep, thank you.
It's Drew Hunter, the Erie Otters. Face-Off is next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital connect care managers and personal doctors to simplify your care and give you peace of mind. We're teaming up to make sure members with complex health conditions like diabetes and heart disease have a dedicated care manager working with their doctors to make sure they get the right care in the right place at the right time. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent, together for health, together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
Chris is presenting her finance report. But all you can think about are the new baked goods with rich and creamy Nutella. Now at Tim Hortons, like a freshly baked chocolate hazelnut donut topped with Nutella, or mini pancakes filled with Nutella. Wow. And then Chris asks you a question.
Karen, what do you think?
Nutella.
Oh, Karen. Try delicious baked goods with rich, creamy Nutella for a limited time at participating Tim Hortons restaurants.
Hi, welcome to Great Clips. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks. What was that?
Oh, sorry. That's a bit of a four-letter word around here.
What, good?
Yeah, the one that starts with G, rhymes with wood. It interferes with our focus on being great, so we just bleep it.
From saving your haircut details and clip notes to saving you time with online check-in, choosing Great Clips means never settling for good enough. Again, download our online check-in app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Listen to this. Do you hear that? That's the sound of all the people clicking on your website right now. That's right, crickets. Get a website worth clicking about. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987 and turn silence into this.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the Budweiser Gardens, where tonight the Ontario Hockey League presents a rematch from just this past Saturday. The Erie Otters visiting the London Knights. Hello again, everybody. I'm Aaron Cooney. We're set for this evening's matchup as the Otters and Knights at it again, third time already this season, with both teams picking up a victory on their respective home ices. The Otters are going with Aiden Campbell, 5-1, 0-1 this year, a 3.08 goals against average and an .883 save percentage, who came in to relieve Dan Murphy last Saturday after Murphy allowed the fifth goal. Campbell carried the Otters the rest of the way, and the Otters won in a shootout 6-5. Brett Brochu gets the net for the London Knights. He has all 6 victories for the Knights, 6-1, with one shutout, a 2.67 goals against average, the third best goals against mark in the OHL, and an .898 save percentage for the 17-year-old from Tilbury, Ontario. We're set for the face-off at center ice as the Erie Otters, we will see eventually. Drew Hunter, that was the news this afternoon, acquiring the overage defenseman from the Niagara Ice Dogs, who is in the lineup tonight, not out there yet, as Drysdale and Jack Duff start as Erie's defenders. And it's Drysdale carrying out right wing side, and he'll snap it into the zone from the right side. All the way to the corner. And they stop up. Merkley looking to move it. It comes to Drysdale. He'll hold it in, puts it to the front of the net. Erie had numbers there. It's thrown back out toward the goal after the stick saved by Brochu. And Erie couldn't get the centering pass from Austin Swankler. Whacked ahead. And the icing call is going to be waved out here, beating it out on the hustle play. Evangelista, who carries behind the net. Watched by Swankler. Pass defended by Erie to the wall, but kept in from the point by Regula. Evangelista now back behind the net once more at the Otter zone. One hand on the stick for Jamie Drysdale to pass it on ahead. As he nudged along for Sproul, Swankler carries through center. 1-on-3 into the zone. As he sees the bodies coming, drops it in. Erie makes a change on the play. A minute into this hockey game. Scoreless as we begin. Otters and Knights the third time this season. And Curtis Henry goes to chase back behind his own goal after the dump in. Out there as his partner is Otters Drew Hunter coming in for a 4th-round pick from the Niagara Ice Dogs. As Erie had some trouble clearing the zone. Here's Nelson. Right side. Shoots. Save by Campbell. And he holds on. And Aiden Campbell, Dan Murphy, they had their masks delivered as some fresh, well, it's not paint. The Otters use a special a company that puts, it's kind of like a sticker. It's not a sticker, it's a decal that they put on. And it's all from RPM Designs here in Chatham, Ontario. So they look sharp right now. As another save, Campbell. The rebound drops in front of him after the point shot from the faceoff. Look out, throw back to the front. And Campbell again denies the play from the far side circle, that by Foodie. Erie clears the center. And it's Hayden Fowler on his horse. They had 3 points in the first period against the London Knights last Saturday, a goal and 2 assists. Can't chase this one down. It's tossed to center ice by Regula. Turning it down the near side, Guzkov. Poked out to the line and out. Regula holds from center. And then drops it back into the Erie zone. No score, almost 2 minutes off the clock. Hayden Fowler from his own end gives off to Chad Yetman, who's got the hot stick. Here, a goal in each of his last hockey games. He's got 13 on the season. Played ahead and off the skate of Max Golod into the zone. Chasing here's Montgomery. He comes flying to pick it up near side. His first game against the Otters in the regular season. Chips it around Cameron Morton all the way into Erie zone as Montgomery, the defenseman, chases after it. It's played away by Campbell. And then Brendan Sellen tosses it to center ice. Bounced in by D'Amato. And Montgomery now back the defender from his own corner. Rims it around near side. Sahil Panwar is stepped into by Morton. Erie kept in for a second. The follow-up by Dunkley gets it out. And flipped back towards Erie ice and towards their goaltender, where Campbell takes a bit of a snow shower, but covers and holds. With 2.5 off the clock here in the first period. No score, Otters and Knights. The other news for the Erie Otters this afternoon was defenseman Luke Beamish retiring from the game of hockey as injuries have piled up over his career. Missed 45 games last year. Hurt November 24th against the Peterborough Petes of 2018. Missed the entire rest of the season. And Luke Beamish, as a shot comes in, save made, a rebound cleared to the far side wall. Drysdale moves it up, and Timken looking to get it back on goal. We'll get back to Beamish in a moment. McGurn back behind the net off the Otters. To the near corner, Timken plays at the point. Shot coming from Skinner, and that's off the mark. Hits the end boards, and it's kept in. McGurn, near side. Matvei Guzkov in front. Timken, pat stop made. Campbell It's all Knights right now. McGurn back behind the goal to the far side corner. Sean McGurn cycle it down to the corner once more. Up the wall comes the Erie Otters. Unable to clear as Merkley holds in. It's fired off of Danziger. Another one coming. Stick save made as they deny Billy Moskal. Near side corner. Continuing on this fray. Drysdale finds it behind his net. Ahead for Singer. Cannot clear. It's held in once more by Moskal. And Jack Duff will pick it up on the near wall. Drops it off behind the net. Drysdale snaps it around the near side. Sellen can scoop it up. He'll get the center red and make sure that thing gets in deep. Erie needs a full 5. And they'll make their shift change now. 16:25 remains from center ice. Fired back in by Drew Hunter. Guided around the near wall. McDougall will find on the left side. Matthew McDougall turning in the offensive zone from the half wall. Knocked away by Connor McMichael. He loves playing the Erie Otters, Connor McMichael, and they get it out to center. And the Knights will reset from their own end. It's Ryan Merkley. Lofted out to neutral ice. And on left wing side, Jonathan Gruden for McMichael. Chops it towards the goal. It was partially blocked by the Otters and sent into the netting behind Campbell. A little pushing and shoving after that whistle. 15:58 remains first period. Shots 7-1 in favor of the London Knights. To start this one, just a little over 4 minutes in. The London Knights, they do a great job of suppressing shots. They only allowed 27.4 per game on average. They held the Otters once before in this building to 25 shots, the second lowest total Erie has had in shot output in a game this season. Snap back in towards Erie territory along the near side corner. They'll have to look for more. The Otters do a good job of getting shots on net. Average 33 per game as it turned on near side. Some room here, thrown to the front and just past the stick of Ryan Merkley jumping into the play. They'll leave it to the left side, Steklov. Regula waits, just chips it down low, and Curtis Henry is there. Furthers it on the one hand for Golod, who plays it up the boards just behind Yetman, and the Knights will take over. Regula, who's in the news recently, involved in a minor league trade with his Detroit Red Wings, who drafted him in the third round a couple years ago, and his rights were moved over to the Chicago Blackhawks for a former OHLer, former Niagara Ice Dog, and Brendan Perlini. And Regula has the puck now as he skates into the Erie zone. Shifts it to the blue line, shot coming, and it's blocked in front. King let that one go, and the rebound in the near side corner. Foodie, they keep the pressure on here, the London Knights. Erie has played most of this game in their zone. Center point. And then on for Foodie, right side circle. Twists away from two Erie Otters. Gola tracks them down, takes the puck away, but Erie can't clear. To the net, glove down on the slapper from Keene at the right point. And Campbell realizes his team needs that whistle. Able to hold on as he plucks the puck out of the air. Face-off will be to Campbell's left. 14:38 to play in the first period. And the Knights continue to pile up shots. It's tilted right now, this ice surface. And inside Erie's end for right now. Dunkley will take the draw as he guides it back for Antonio Stranges. They play it to the Otters circles where it's cut off and moved ahead by Elias Cohen. For Noah Sador, left wing side. With numbers, Sador drags, fires, kicked out by Brochu. And finally Erie gets a shot on goal here. They were held to just one from an early one, and this one skips off the glass and out of play. Inside London territory. They'll say that it's Cameron Morton who was the last one to touch it, and the face-off comes outside Erie's ice. But there was a good play by Noah Sador, dragging in on that play from the left circle. Just didn't get all of it on that shot. Kicked out by Brochu. Brochu, the start tonight, his backup, Dylan Miskew, the overage goaltender that the London Knights acquired just a few days ago. As they shipped Jordan Coy to the Sarnia Sting, Miskew was picked up as this puck is deflected off a stick and out of play on the snap into the London zone. Another face-off, this time to the right of Brochu in the London zone. But Miskew was claimed off waivers by the Sarnia Sting, was put on waivers by the Edmonton Oil Kings in the Western Hockey League. Sarnia was in 20th place, so they get first shot at waivers. They picked them up and shipped them over for Jordan Coy to help out their goaltending situation. Miskew, last year, helped take the Edmonton Oil Kings to the Western Conference Final, where they dropped this series to the eventual WHL champions as the Otters snap one just wide. Sproul was set up by Jake Golden, but couldn't get it on net. Sproul back after it behind the net, and the Otters chasing the near side. Here's Noah Sonora up the board, sweeps it back to the corner. Looking for Cohen was Sproul. It was taken away by Keene, and it's carried out the center by Dunkley. They leave it left wing side for Stranges. Jams on the brakes, watched by Jake Golden. Cuts across the Erie zone, comes to me, puts a shot to the net. Save made, rebound comes right to be kicked off the post as Stranges couldn't finish it off. Now Golden leads the march back the other way. Golden drops it onto the near side corner as he takes a check along the blue line. Otters chase after it, but it's Skintert moving it over to the far side corner. As he went D-to-D, snapped ahead. Stranges drops it back to Erie ice as Jack Duff kind of twirls and tumbles down. D'Amato takes the puck. Erie changing on the play as it's backhanded in by Selin from the right side. Almost 7 minutes off the clock. Here's the Otters chase to the near side corner. Daniel Singer routed to the play by Timken, and off goes Billy Moscow as he ducks the check from Fowler. And the Otters, Drysdale trying to chase it down, but it's fouled in the near side corner by Sean McGurn. Moved by Jamie Drysdale to the far side. Reaching there, Duff moved ahead. The Otters cut it off, and Duff will come back in, sky it up off the glass to center. And then slowed back by the London Knights' own goal, and holding there, Ryan Merkley. With 12:47 to go here in the first period, we're scoreless. Much different pace in scoring from our evening last Saturday at the Erie Insurance Arena. Sent back into the Otters' end. Quickly moved up the far boards to the point, but not out as Merkley dishes back in down deep. Foot race to the near corner. Drysdale can't get there first. It's Moskal who had the better angle as McGurn tries to wrap around, denied by Campbell. Puck sent back behind the Otters net. McGurn gets it right back from the far circle. Twists away from Drysdale. Drysdale stays with them as he continues to weave around at that left wing circle. Dropping off the point. Merkley lets one fly, and it sails high off the end glass, poked by the Otters goaltender Campbell, and Erie unable to clear. Chop to the blue line where there's Merkley stationed. Merkley, penalty coming up here as Merkley was coming on in. A hooking call on the way. Daniel Singer hauled down by Timken from that far wall battle. And Erie will take it. It'll take the pressure out of the Erie zone. The Otters are going to go to the power play. First opportunity tonight for either squad. Erie to the man advantage. Left side, Max Golan puts it in front, deflected off the post as Chad Yetman almost found pay dirt once again. Erie resets. Swankler, right side circle. Drysdale at the point. Move the goal on left side. Drops it across. Shot coming. Saved by Brosho as he gets across the crease and denies Austin Swankler of his fourth of this season. But my goodness, they had the tip play set up in front. It's how they draw it up on the back door. Chad Yetman looking for a goal in his 9th straight game. But Big Ben strikes one and says no. Erie wins the draw they set up. This is the number 3 penalty kill of the Ontario Hockey League, belonging to the Knights. Swankler from the circle. Gives it Drysdale, settles it down along the blue paint, and gives left side to Max Golan at the wall. Comes down to the face-off dot now. Tight quarters. Finds Drysdale at the blue line once more. Swankler fakes it. Drills it on in front. Looking for Golan. They're going to get the Knights instead. We'll pick it up off the near wall and drill it down ice on a play from Evangelista. Minute 7 of power play time left. The Otters went 1 for 2 on the man advantage Saturday night against the London Knights at the Erie Insurance Arena. As Fowler, who had the power play goal, chips it on in, chases after it. Puck knocked down. Erie sets up shop. Jake Golden at the point. Drop it on for Swankler. In some trouble as he takes a shot, and it's backhanded away by Keene. And on down ice on the clear. 40 seconds left on the power play. Erie 1 shot on goal and 1 that hit off the post. That does not count as a shot on goal. Tipped on in by Golan. Chasing is Daniel Singer. It's cut off along the near boards by Josh Nelson, who squirts it out for Regula. He's got a little time to move out to center ice, and then Cooley throws it down on the clear. One last march up the ice for the Otters, and it's Jake Golden who will lead it. Feeds right. McDougall picks it up on the back end, comes right down the middle of the ice and into the zone. Sproul, then a cross ice pass. Gathered off the boards by D'Amato. Shoveled in down deep. It's going to be blasted around by Keene, and Sproul unable to pin it along the near boards. The clear on down ice and out of the box We're even strength. First power play unsuccessful for the Erie Otters. One shot on goal during it as a battle for this puck along the Erie blue line. Mixed up on that was newest Erie Otter, Drew Hunter, and then fed in deep to the Otters' end. An icing call coming on the backhander behind the center ice red line. With 9:38 to play first period, we're still looking for our first goal. It's scoreless here from the Budweiser Gardens between the Erie Otters and the London Knights. Real food, real beer, real historic atmosphere. That's what you'll find at the Brewery at Union Station, Erie's original brew pub and restaurant. Located downtown at 123 West 14th Street. That's the Brewery. Proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Back to Luke Beamish, as we were talking about Mr. Beamish a little bit earlier in the broadcast. Luke Beamish electing to retire from the game of hockey as injuries kind of piled up for Luke Beamish. You had some symptoms returning that can be a bit scary, especially when you have your entire life in front of you. And the 19-year-old defenseman electing to retire, that announcement came out earlier today, a couple hours before the game. Beamish said in the release, "The years I was in Erie was a great experience. Everyone was so helpful, from the staff, coaches, management, ownership, teammates, fans, and billets. Unfortunately, I had to stop playing due to injury problems, and the safest thing to do would be to walk away from the game I love. This is one of the toughest decisions I've had to make, but I just wish the team and the organization great success. I'll miss everyone. Thank you all." As this one snapped all the way down to Erie ice after the whistle, angled back out to the front, and it forced Campbell to make a stoppage as he pounces on the puck with his paw. And now an offensive zone draw after the icing call to London. It's back to Erie ice and to the left of Aiden Campbell. So we do wish Luke Beamish the absolute best moving forward. He was great to work with. Had him for a few broadcasts. Right off the face-off, the shot from Merkley on the face-off wing goes wide. And Erie will shovel this one on ahead as a big hit on Cohen, but Sador picks it up after the play as Cohen denied the net, and he crashes into the goal. As he was rubbed out of the play on the rush by Hunter Skinner, he knocks off the net. And I believe this face-off will come outside the zone because that was all Noah Sador who knocked the goal off. So we do wish Luke Beamish the absolute best moving forward as he moves into his future, minus playing hockey, but there's a lot more to live for here as the Otters bounce this one in to the offensive zone. Lifted ahead, but not out. Nicely gloved down by Golod, who jumped to the air. Gives to Drysdale. Snaps one off the end boards. Skips around to the near side corner. There's Chad Yetman. Shovels it ahead, looking for Maxim Golod. Jack Duff in on the play, but it's scooped around him by Liam Foodie, and back to Erie ice is Golod. Oh, look out, he lost an edge as Nelson pokes it to the near side corner. Nelson, he's bumped by Jack Duff, who pirouettes and bounces off the wall, and Foodie takes over. He comes flying through the Erie zone, and they hand off to the point. Regula snap one towards the front, off the end boards wide. Fowler sets it up for Duff. Nice dish ahead. Off goes Erie through center and into the offensive zone. Yetman right side shoots and six made, and the stick save as they brush another one wide to the near side boards on a stop by Brochu. Erie giving to Jake Golden. Puck flies into the air. Everybody skates by it, and the Knights glove it down, and here comes Matvei Guzkov. Around one, walks in, wrist shot, and that one skips wide. Erie headmans this one to Hayden Fowler. Tries to make a move on Regula, who stands him up. Erie keeps it alive. It's back on the tape of Fowler. Sends it cross ice. Swankler just jumping in. It's picked off by Stranges, and here he goes 2-on-1. Stranges with Dunkley. Right side. Back in front. Stop. Throw to the goal. Dunkley slides it in. Nathan Dunkley trying to get the pass across to Antonio Stranges on the 2-on-1. It's blocked by the Otters defenseman and sticked away by Campbell, and it comes right back to Dunkley as Campbell trying to move back into position and square up to the shot. Just loses the 5-hole a bit, and it slid underneath him by Nathan Dunkley for the game's first goal. 1-0 London. Just the 5th time this season the Otters have given up the game's first goal. They were second in the league in first goals with 10 of them. Only one team has more, and that's Owen Sound with 11. But tonight, the first goal belongs to the London Knights, and I think they're taking a look at this. I know the Otters are taking a look. They wonder if it's offside. Will they take a gander up here? I'm looking down at the Erie Otters video replay system right in front of me as their team on the walkie-talkie is Scott Grieve. And I think, yes, we're going to go to review here. And Erie, I think, has an argument. Ken Beckett, Otters hockey operations intern, also has this one up. And they're taking a peek as it looks like the puck is still on the blue line as Nathan Dunkley's left hand. Nope, they're going to point. It is a goal. It looked like his left skate may have been across the line ahead of time. But they do review it. It's a good goal, and the London Knights lead 1-0. Nathan Dunkley nets his 3rd of the season, and London leads 12 minutes into this hockey game, 1-0. They're out shooting Erie 11-4. Erie's been playing a lot of defense, which is not where they want to be. At least the first 12 minutes of this game as the Otters bring it ahead, right wing side of the zone nicely as Emmett Sproul through a little bit of traffic. Planted along the wall by Ryan Merkley. Swankler comes to join MacDougall on the outskirts watching this fray as Hunter Skinner can pick this one up. He looks to bounce it ahead. It goes off a body of his own man, but the whistle sounds on a hand pass. It was actually off the Erie Otters, my apologies. They say it caught Swankler's glove and then touched by MacDougall. So a 1-0 lead. The London Knights score first. And the team that has scored first in the first 2 matchups of the season between these two squads, they have won the hockey game. This time it's the Knights, 1-0. Erie trying to break that trend as they snap one on goal from the right side. Fought off by goaltender Brochu on the save from Singer. Or a shot from Singer, my apologies, as Erie holds in from the left side. Former London Knight Jake Golden drills it back in. Jared Keene off for Montgomery and on ahead down the ice on a aerial pass that results in an icing call. Intended for Timken. Could not take the Bryce Montgomery feed and results in an icing call. The Otters select the far side circle, so to the left of Brett Brochu we will go. Elias Cohen, Daniel Singer, Noah Sador on the ice. They choose that side. The backhand side for Cohen, who won it, but it's poked away by the long reach of Bryce Montgomery at 6'4" as he leaves it into his own corner and played ahead by the Knights. Here they come right wing to the Erie zone. Moskal feeds it towards the front, poked away by goaltender Aiden Campbell. And Erie bounces it up the wall on the right side. Regula takes over. He'll rip it right back in. Slowed a bit by Campbell, but skips over to the near side wall. Billy Moskal takes there. A free agent invite to Pittsburgh Penguins training camp as it's held on to in the near side wall. Squirts loose for Timken along the goal line. Gives on for a shot from McGurn. Erie blocks it. And Daniel Singer gives to Noah Sador, who looks ahead. Stick handling a bit. Puts on the moves in his own end. Kyrou will snap it off the near side wall. And it's taken right back by the Knights. Here comes McGurn. Looking for Montgomery. Sador gets back. The Otters bunched up a bit. And they'll finally move it out ahead to center ice where it's thrown on in by Noah Sador. Change on for Erie. 6 minutes to play here in the first. 1-0. London Knights lead. A goal from Nathan Dunkley, former first-round pick of the Kingston Frontenacs. And it's going to be scooped up here by the Knights out at center ice. Skate the stick for Liam Foudy as he tries to wheel around Jack Duff, who runs into him, bounces off the glass, and plays the puck. The near side circle. Erie gives it away right in the middle of the ice here. Connor McMichael, who has 4 goals against the Otters in 2 games, had it taken off his blade in the nick of time as the Otters clear. Then it's fed back towards Erie ice. Steklov puts it out of play. And that'll bring things to neutral ice. Right for the Erie bench. On the face-off, Erie pushes it forward here as Fowler looks for Max Golan. They tuck it into the zone on the right wing side. Golan holding up, crashing in, Hayden Fowler, but it's sticked around the near side wall and Liam Footy chases it down. The Otters play with a glove and a hand pass whistled as Jack Duff pinching in, gloved it down right to Hayden Fowler, drawing the whistle. 5:15 remains here in the first period. When we head to the intermission, we're going to chat with Erie Otters assistant coach Wes Wolf. He'll join us on the other side of our first commercial break in game for the UPMC intermission report. And we'll chat about Mr. Drew Hunter, who chases his puck down into his own end on the left side. He's partnered with Curtis Henry here this evening. McMichael, though, takes the handle as he gets into the Erie zone, cuts across where it's poked away by the Otters' Drew Hunter. And streaking ahead comes Austin Swankler. His pass across. It's fouled by Hunter. And on the far side wall, tucks it in for Swankler. Behind the net. Turns from traffic. Gives to the corner for Emmett Sproul. He's tied up by Evangelista. MacDougall scoops it out. Fed in front. Cut off by the Knights. And off goes Ryan Merkley, who read that play. Merkley makes an extra man on the rush. Finds McMichael. Look out. McMichael. Saved by Campbell. Not enough of it to send it to the near side wall. McMichael finds it once more behind the net. Tucks it in front. They score. Gruden wide open. It's 2-0 London. Well, Jonathan Gruden, he had a goal last Saturday for the London Knights against the Erie Otters. He has another one here, but he was wide open in front of the Otters net. Fouled by McMichael as two bodies watching the puck instead, and they lose the man right behind him. No chance for Aiden Campbell on that one. And it's a 2-0 hockey game. Played out to Strongis. He also has 4 goals against the Erie Otters in the first 2 matchups. He'll deliver it back behind his own net. Bryce Montgomery finds Jared Keene, smoothly skating out to center ice. Dished on to Panwar, who bounces it into the Erie zone. Dunkley after it. Whack it behind the net. Intended for Strongis. Held it on the far wall. They find Panwar. He's shot off the mark. Skips off the end boards. He picked up in flight by Brendan Selland. Selland of the Erie Otters. Cross corner shoot-in. Slowed by Brochu as Jared Keene will blast it around the near side wall. Nicely read by Selland, and Erie keeps it in. They shuffle it back. Cam Morton, his shot. Oh, shoulder stop made. Kicks off the glass at the backside, and Erie plays it to the front once more where Singer couldn't get it on net. Morton from the left side. Holds in. Gives down low for Daniel D'Amato. He's got goals in 2 straight games, but rubbed out of the play by Bryce Montgomery and ripped out the center ice. May be enough for icing. It'll slow down and just take a London bounce as Strongis is there to beat it out and help. He has the handle now, Strongis, with Panwar joining him. They give to Regula at the point, float it to the net. Campbell the save as he makes his 12th stop of the frame with 3:15 to go. Shots are 14-5 in favor of London. 2-0 the score. The Knights ahead of the Erie Otters. .3:15 remaining. First frame, and the Otters, I'm sure they will look to regroup here. And the Otters took a penalty on that play that I missed. Cameron Morton comes across. I'm not sure what this is. We will look for the public address announcement. Erie is shorthanded. And the number 1 penalty kill unit in the league will take the ice at 87.8% against the second-ranked power play unit of these London Knights. Shot coming, deflected wide by Erie. Power play 30.6%. Activating at a successful click. Merkley at the right point. Down low, Gruden. Merkley again. Right down in front. Regula shoots and it's blocked in front. Never made it on goal. It's a heavy hit. Oh goodness. Fowler runs over Merkley. Penalty on the way. Merkley gets back up. And it's going to be a 5-on-3 power play opportunity. It was a bench minor for too many men on the ice. Merkley is okay. But to me, that was less of a hit as It was more just the angle where he tried to stop up. Fowler was already committed to the hit as Merkley shifted his angles, cutting back up the wall as Fowler was coming in. And on that turn, ended up a check from behind. So a 5-on-3 power play opportunity coming up for the Knights. And a lengthy one at 1:36. Morton is serving the too many men on the ice call. As Erie wins his back, Curtis Henry rips it around off the glass, out of play. And it stays inside Erie territory. Erie trying to buy themselves a call. As Curtis Henry says, that was deflected. And it was all off on London. Faceoff stays inside Erie territory to the right of Aiden Campbell. Yetman, Duff, and Curtis Henry is the PK unit for this 5-on-3. Down to 1:32 after 4 minutes wasted off the clock. Erie unable to win this faceoff, and Merkley holds at the point. They scored on a 5-on-3 against the Erie Otters in their first meeting of the season, and it belonged to Connor McMichael on that goal. Merkley gives to Regula along the line. Michael shot, and McMichael sends it wide. Merkley once more. Connor McMichael left side. They'll trade spots. McMichael, the left-hander, gives down along the goal line. Gruden waits. Fire. Safe made from in tight. They guide it back out to the point. McMichael again. On for Merkley. They'll trade places. Merkley skates to his right. Gives off. One-timer to Regula. What a shot. It's 5-3. The 5-on-3 will connect. Regula, the right-handed shot along the goal line at the bottom of the left circle. Wires that one. Set up by Ryan Merkley. And the Knights go ahead by 3. Still in the first period, still 1:21 of power play time for the London Knights. 5-on-4 now with a 3-0 lead. And still a pretty fresh power play unit. Merkley will hold. Out from his own end, skates it ahead, finds the red line, snaps it around the boards where it's slowed by goaltender Campbell. He leaves it for Golden as Golden's run over by Gruden. Buried behind the net, and Golden's a bit shaken up. Miscommunication by the Otters. Their goaltender, they do clear, but here they come back in. McMichael sends it on across where it's poked at by Brendan Selland. And he'll rip it up off the boards and down the ice. With 42 seconds left on the power play, 90 seconds to play in the period. 3-0. The Knights bring ahead. It's Ryan Merkley. Off the end boards, he's thrown to the ice by Jack Duff. Here he grabs it, sends it up the near side and out of play. And they'll go to the penalty box. Another 5-on-3 coming as Drysdale. You don't see that too often. Drysdale sends it out of play. And Erie fills the box here at the end of the first period. 5-on-3 for 28 seconds. As Drysdale for delay of game. They win it to the line. Merkley holds once more. They set up the 5-on-3 to the near side corner. Picked up off the wall. Gruden waits and holds. Gives to McMichael at the right circle. He'll trade places once more with Merkley. Set up Regula. Doesn't shoot this time. He'll walk it in front. Then give to McMichael, who snaps one wide from the left circle. Final minute of play. And 6 seconds left, 5-on-3. Shot blocked. Erie sends it off the boards, and that'll bounce to center. Fowler is released. The 5-on-3 is over. 3-0. Knights lead. 45 seconds left here in the period. Skinner to Gruden, left side. Plays it onto the blue line. Skinner is there. 33 seconds to play in the period. McMichael drags in front. Shoot save made. Knocked into midair. And whistled down on a high stick. That would not have counted as the captain, Regula, deflecting it out of midair, bouncing it towards the net right through the goal mouth. But wouldn't have counted. Played with a high stick. Remains 3-0 as the Erie Otters see this face-off out to neutral ice. Golden steps back out there on the PK. appears to be all right as Emmett Sproul drills this down ice. Shooting the puck forward on the faceoff. As Brochu to move it, leaves it for Strongis. 15 seconds to play in this period. As Strongis. And then on ahead, Liam Foudy tucks it in, bumped by Henry. Erie gets a chance behind their own goal. As Golod turns around, 5 seconds left, plays it ahead, and down ice will do it on the period. Well, the Otters find themselves in a hole. 3-0, the London Knights lead, including a 5-on-3 goal as the Otters filled the box at the end. Little undisciplined towards the end of that frame. And into the intermission we go with the Knights ahead. 3-0 London here from the Budweiser Gardens. When we come back, we'll be joined by assistant coach Wes Wolf of the Erie Otters coming up on the other side of this break. We'll be back. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital make it easier to get quality care by investing in new facilities close to home, like an enhanced emergency department, renovated operating suites, an all-new cancer center, and the Eastside Health and Wellness Pavilion opening in 2019. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent. Together for health. Together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
This holiday season, my good friend gave to me. Selling Powerball tickets, 6 match 6 chances. 5 cash buys. 4 cash for lives, 3 pick 3s, 2 mega millions.
Pennsylvania lottery tickets make great gifts, like the new Secret Santa, with top prizes of $300,000. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
And best wishes from the lottery.
Interstate Mitsubishi has been ranked number 1 in sales satisfaction in the U.S. for 2 years in a row. Customers are our priority, and no one can compare in price. Right now, you can own a 2019 7-passenger Outlander for only $20,988. That's only $269 a month. That's right, own it for only $269 a month. And you're covered with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Interstate is the place to go. Mitsubishi's the car to buy. We make it easy, only at Interstate Mitsubishi.
Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Offer excludes tax, title, and dealer fees.
What's the difference between good and great? Good tells you why they're better. Great proves it every day. At Great Clips, greatness isn't just in our name, it's in everything we do. From our highly skilled stylists to saving your haircut details and clip notes to saving you time with online check-in. Getting your haircut at Great Clips means never having to settle for good enough again. And with over 4,000 salons across the U.S. and Canada, it's easy to find a Great Clips location near you. Download our online check-in app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the UPMC Intermission Report. Aaron Cooney here, joined at this time by Erie Otters assistant coach Wes Wolf. And Wes, before we look ahead, it's another one with the London Knights here this evening at the Budweiser Gardens. But this past weekend on Saturday night, you guys were able to shake that shootout monkey off your back and pick up a victory over the London Knights. I'm sure you would have preferred that it didn't get to that point with a couple of leads that disappeared, but it seemed like your team executed pretty well against the London Knights on Saturday. How do you feel?
Yeah, we were really happy with our game against London last weekend. We thought that we had tremendous back pressure from our forwards tracking back to our zone, and we did a really good job of clogging up the neutral zone and slowing them down, and that's kind of a marquee of this team. They play fast, and when you give them time and space, they'll make you pay because they do have strong offensive players, and I thought we did a really good job with that, and probably deserved a little bit better than the final outcome in terms of the score, but 2 points is 2 points.
Does this team get up a little more for a game like that, for a rivalry kind of game? Because it seemed like even leading up to it, the previous week kind of didn't go your way in the 3-3, falling short in the Wednesday game in the afternoon against the Guelph Storm in a shootout. But it just seemed like it was a different group out there compared to some previous nights.
I think I'd be lying if I said there wasn't a little bit more to it. They're a divisional rival. There's a lot of history between the two teams, and even the energy in the crowd, you could feel something a little bit different. We try to approach every game with the exact same type of mentality, but it's always a little bit different when you're playing a divisional rival. And I think for our team, we went through a stretch there throughout the month where we were playing teams in the bottom half of the standings, and sometimes it's easy to fall into that trap where you lose that intensity. And so now that we've got a little bit of a tougher schedule coming up, we're really hopeful that we're going to see the type of effort that we expect out of our team every night.
Well, you've had a couple of days to prepare for this one here, and it happens to be another 3-3 situation. How much of an advantage is that to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days to prepare for something like this for a team that Erie has one of the tougher travel schedules and just schedules in general, seems like, from year to year?
I think it can be an advantage if you utilize your time wisely. I know that sometimes when you have too many days off from games in a row, it starts to feel stale and guys just want to play games, but it gives you opportunity to recuperate from the busy schedule the weekend before. And then, we eased into it. We had a skill development session one day and, got to focus on special teams another day and then on more 5-on-5 systems. And so, we try to utilize the time the best we can and make sure that things are still fresh and get prepared for the 3 games.
It's been a busy, afternoon and day for the Erie Otters so far today. The acquisition of Drew Hunter, but kind of leading up to that was Luke Beamish and his injury issues leading up to his retirement. For a kid like Luke Beamish, when you look at him and how hard he worked and to see this happen, what is a message that you can give to a young player like that? Taking a mature step to secure himself a future life outside of hockey.
I think the message to Luke, from all of us was uniform, and that's that life comes first. It's obviously devastating to our team to lose a player of his caliber and a person of his ilk as well in the locker room, but he's a young man, and it's the same for everybody on this team. We care about them as people first and hockey players second, and it was a very mature decision, and I'm sure it was a really difficult one. It was one that we certainly supported him in, and you look back at his time with the Otters, I believe we fully supported Luke in trying to rehabilitate him and get him ready to come back, and gave him adequate time, made sure all the resources were there, and really, even with medical clearance, took extra time still on top of that to make sure that it was something that with clearance he was still comfortable with playing, and he gave it his best shot. Unfortunately, some of those side effects continued to come back after, and as soon as there was any sign of that, I'll give full credit to Andrew Kupneski and our medical staff for recognizing those signs, and then full credit to Luke and his family for making the tough decision.
That left the Otters with a hole on the blue line. I mean, even last week you tried to bring up Christian Kairu, but that's a lot of youth on a back end this early in the season. The acquisition of Drew Hunter coming in, a guy that I'm sure the staff and the team is familiar with. You've seen the Niagara Ice Dogs 6 times a year, and he's been with them for a couple of seasons now. What does Drew Hunter bring to this team that he's going to come in and fill that hole that maybe Luke Beamish now has kind of opened up, but for the Erie Otters, adding another overage player and a veteran in this league?
Yeah, like you mentioned, Drew is a veteran. He's played in some deep playoff runs with Niagara. He's played with some really creative offensive players, and we know he's one of the top offensive defensemen in the OHL in terms of the analytics side of things. We were able to get some information that made us really excited about what he can bring. Like you mentioned, it's very difficult to try and ice a lineup when you lose 3 of your top 6 defensemen to start, and so it was critical for us to make sure we did give some support to those guys back there. This is a season where the expectations are raised, and I think this shows our commitment to being a competitive team night in, night out. And Drew is an offensive defenseman. He skates well, he moves the puck, but hopefully he can also be a presence in the defensive zone. Being a big guy and being a veteran in the league, he'll be a steadying presence for sure.
Now you come out against these London Knights again here tonight. I'm sure it's easy, like as we mentioned, maybe get up a little more for this Midwest Division rivalry, but you're in a situation with your third 3-3 on the season. How do you manage this lineup going another weekend, as it seems like there's no separation in the Western Conference and every point is critical?
Yeah, it's been really interesting to see how every team has been keeping pace with each other. Usually by this time, there's been a couple teams who establish themselves as the front runners, and that certainly isn't the case for us. We do the best to mitigate the effects of travel, like you mentioned. We got here a day early, made sure that the guys were, familiar with the surroundings and well stretched. And like I said at the offset, we really don't want to approach any game with any different mentality. It's same preparation, same attention to detail, and in terms of managing the game, we want to make sure we get all four lines on the ice and everyone gets into a rhythm so that as the weekend goes on, we feel comfortable that there's been shared workload and we're still fresh and ready for the last game. But we can't worry about that now. It's one game at a time, one shift at a time. We're focused on the task at hand tonight, and that's beating London tonight.
Wes, thanks for this. Always appreciate your insight, and good luck here against the Knights.
Thanks, Aaron.
That's Wes Wolf, assistant coach for the Erie Otters. We got more coming up on the UPMC Intermission Report. Scores around the league are next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
With every vehicle sold and every service completed, experience innovation that excites only at Interstate Nissan. We offer award-winning customer service paired with exceptional offers on your favorite models. Lease a new 2019 Rogue Sport for only $199 a month for 36 months. We make it easy so you have time to enjoy the simple things in life only at Interstate Nissan. Shop interstatenissan.com or in-store just 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Peachtree.
VIN number KW626844, lease selling price $23,701.
Cloud9 Bar and Restaurant invites you to our weekly Sunday brunch from 11 to 2. Choose from over 20 different items, including our custom-made crepes, omelets, our carving station, and much, much more. And for a quick, affordable lunch, it's Cloud9. For lunch ideas that are extraordinary. Cloud9 is open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Come relax with a fine wine, craft beer, or mixed drink, and find out more at cloud9erie.com. Cloud9 Bar and Restaurant, 10th and French, wine, food, friends.
Life can get busy with work and taking care of family. Sometimes we put off college or continuing education because it's too far away, too expensive, or just not the right time. But now it's your time, right here, close to home. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College reduces the barriers that prevent you from going to a traditional college and offers a new 2-year college option in Northern PA. Associate degrees and workforce development training provide new possibilities through evening classes. With many classroom locations and community partnerships, the education is brought to you. NPRC. Affordable, accessible. This could change everything.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. That means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585. The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Budweiser Gardens where the Erie Otters trail the London Knights by a score of 3-0. I'm Aaron Cooney. We're inside the UPMC Intermission Report where the Otters, this is not the start you're looking for on the road. Outshot 16-5. This London team has come ready to go here tonight. Let's recap this one for you. As the Erie Otters probably had the best chance to start this hockey game. They were kind of hemmed in for a lot of that first period, but when they were able to draw a penalty, onto the power play they go. And the Otters setting up the Chad Yetman play. Shot pass in front from Max Golod. Yetman on the back door tips it off the post. That would have made it 1-0 Erie, and maybe a completely different look to this hockey game. But the Knights answering back. And in a flurry, Nathan Dunkley on a 2-on-1 at 12 minutes. Set up by Antonio Stranges, who picked the puck off. Dunkley tried to give it right back to Stranges. Pass was blocked. It ends up back on his stick. Dunkley puts it in. 1-0. Then, later in the first, 15-13, Connor McMichael finds the puck behind the net. The Otters get caught puck watching in this one. Connor McMichael sees that, fools the Otters as he beats the defense on the pass to the back door for John Gruden. No chance on this play for Brett Brochu as he goes top shelf, or excuse me, for Aiden Campbell, he goes top shelf. 2-0 Knights. And then a 5-on-3 power play. Regula, a wicked shot from the bottom of the left wing circle. No chance again on this 5-on-3 chance. The pass from Ryan Merkley near the inside of the right circle, right into the wheelhouse of Regula. 3-0 Knights after one. Real quick, let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Sheraton Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You ought to be staying with the best. As we take a look around the league, Oshawa Generals lead the Kingston Frontenacs 2-1 after one period. Hamilton leads Mississauga 2-1. Ottawa with a 6-3 lead over the Niagara Ice Dogs. A 5-goal second for the Ottawa 67s has them ahead. Sudbury North Bay tied at 1. Barrie leads the Saginaw Spirit 2-1. Sarnia leads Flint 3-2. 4-1 Guelph over Sault Ste. Marie. Owen Sound a 1-0 lead over Kitchener. We'll be back with the second next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
The secret to a great hockey team is simple. Chemistry. Same with you and your doctor. Enter Doctor Match from Highmark. It matches you with a doctor whose personality and care approach sync with what you're looking for. Bam! Instant chemistry. Find your match today. Visit drmatchquiz.com from Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Doctor Match is intended to help members choose an in-network healthcare provider.
Life can get busy with work and taking care of family. Sometimes we put off college or continuing education because it's too far away, too expensive, or just not the right time. But now it's your time. Right here, close to home. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College reduces the barriers that prevent you from going to a traditional college and offers a new 2-year college option in Northern PA. Associate degrees and workforce development training provide new possibilities through evening classes. With many classroom locations and community partnerships, the education is brought to you. NPRC. Affordable, accessible. This could change everything.
Hi, this is Ed Rendell. I've got to admit that I was sort of a dinosaur when it came to using social media. But my son found Epic Web Studios, and we began working with them. And they've done an incredible job with us. They've significantly increased our followers on Twitter and Facebook. They make sure that we put up the right things. They capture every good thing that I've said or done on TV and get it out real quickly. And it's been just a revelation to me, and they've been tremendous to work with.
Don't be a dinosaur. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987.
Chris is presenting her finance report.
Versus Q3
But all you can think about are the new baked goods with rich and creamy Nutella. Now at Tim Hortons. Like a freshly baked chocolate hazelnut donut topped with Nutella. Or mini pancakes filled with Nutella. Wow. And then Chris asks you a question.
Karen, what do you think? Nutella. I mean...
Oh, Karen. Try delicious baked goods with rich, creamy Nutella for a limited time at participating Tim Hortons restaurants.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times-News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Budweiser Gardens. The Erie Otters trail the London Knights 3-0. After 20 minutes, and into action we go. Erie wins the draw back and ripped down ice. They're shorthanded, remember. Jamie Drysdale still in the box. The delay of game penalty carries over here to the second. The Knights shoot it off the near corner, bounces to the front, sticked away by Campbell. Loose behind the Otters. Goal found by Jack Duff. And on down ice on the clear. Fowler provides chase. Brochu, who has not been tested much here tonight, as the Otters pick one off at neutral ice. Fowler slides it on back. There's Curtis Henry. 10 seconds left in the kill. Now Jack Duff. He'll snap this ahead, and that should just about do it. 3 seconds, 2, and then 1. The Knights, look, this one just rim around and ripped in by Timken. Into Erie territory. Timken, as Erie goes back to even strength. 5-on-5 we skate. Foodie finds Skinner left side. Fakes the shot. Now lets it go. Blocked in front by the Otters' Yetman. And it's poked onto the near side wall. Erie with one hand on the stick. Nice move by Jack Duff. Feed it out on ahead as Jamie Drysdale. He stops on a dime in front of Merkley, who tried to line him up. And now Erie can go and make the changes they need to here, as they had 3 defensemen out there with Drysdale out of the box. They shoot the puck in. Erie on the dump in. And it's loose into this near side circle. Only found by Steklov, who carries it ahead. His dish on for Guzkov, and then left side, fired into the Erie zone. Moved by Campbell as he pokes it around behind the net. Jake Golan furthers it, as does the Otters' Drew Hunter, kept in at the point by Foodie, where it's picked up into the far side corner after that dump in by the Otters' Max Golod. Squirts loose, comes to Foodie as he drags to the slot. Feeds the Steklov at the point. Slapshot coming, save Campbell. And he holds on. A minute and 44 seconds in, to this second period. Face off is to the right of goaltender Aiden Campbell. A B-rated prospect right now for the upcoming NHL draft. That's in the preliminary rankings. Handful of Otters on that list, including Jamie Drysdale, an A. Brennan Hoffman, Hayden Fowler, C-rated prospects, as those ratings should be coming out here pretty soon. The first edition. And our midterm and finalist, Strong, just right off the face-off, the one-timer. Stopped by Campbell, who holds on again for the whistle. Stays to the right of Aiden Campbell. Touches the pipes and he'll settle in. He's seen 19 shots on goal in this hockey game so far, and we've only played about 22 minutes. Erie wins this face-off. He'll guide it around the wall and out to center ice, where it's slid ahead by Brendan Selin, poked away by the Knights, gathered in by D'Amato, and he dumps it in. Fed to the far side boards. There's Brendan Selin after the play by Brochu. Daniel Singer tied up back behind the far side net, and he battles away with Bryce Montgomery. Selin, and then tucked loose for Nathan Dunkley as he looks to move this one, launch it out to center ice. The Otters cut it off, but it's been picked up by Strong just on the left side. Leans in, drops it off. Dunkley save. Another one by Campbell on the drop pass for Nathan Dunkley, who's denied twice by Campbell. Here's Jared Keene. He hands off to Strongis. Nice on the left side. Feeds it in front here. Bouncing puck. And it's underneath somebody as they pile up in front of the net. Finally squirts out for Strongis. Erie grabs, and they'll hoist it ahead. And this one will skip down the ice and will go for an icing call. 3-0 Knights lead. And back to Erie ice we go. And they can't change because Selin lifted that up from in his own end. So the face-off stays in Erie territory. The Knights choose the near side circle. That is to the right of goaltender Campbell, and they win the draw. Skinner to Timken. Right back to Skinner, center point. Skates right to the circle now. Skinner moves in, shoots off the side of the net, gets it right back. Skinner on the near side, where McGurn turns it into the corner. Fouled by Moskal behind the net. Carries, gives in front. Timken can't get a shot away, as Elias Cohen wipes out, trying to play the puck at the far side wall. Does get it out to the point. Merkley holds it. Merkley, San Jose Sharks first round pick, shoots one that's kicked out by goaltender Campbell. Rebound to Moskal on the far side. Billy Moskal to Timken. Just bounced off his stick and it's out to center ice. And diving to poke it back into Erie ice. It's Timken, and the Otters will go and move it. Here's Drysdale up the boards. And on ahead, one touch play by Sador. Couldn't be reeled in by Cohen. And Moskal takes the handle here for the Knights. Played into Erie territory from long range. Slowed by Campbell. They'll look to the near side as Drysdale spins from a check. Finds goal line out at center ice. Into the zone. Hands off. Shooting. Coming into the zone is Sador. And it's off a stick. Blocked wide. Stays inside London territory. Sador digs away along the far boards. as they have Foodie tied up along the far wall. That's Golod who leans in. Steklov gets it loose. It comes right to a shot from Yetman off the end boards. And Brochu says no. That puck just squirts loose. And another one off a stick, and it comes to the Otters. And they put it out in front. Fowler couldn't get it onto the tape of Chad Yetman. Still inside offensive territory. Here's Fowler stationed at the point. Traffic in front. Shoots. He scores! Hayden Fowler from I-79 lets that one fly that skips through the wickets of Brochu. Traffic in front, and Erie's on the board. 3-1. Some good effort in the offensive zone by the Erie Otters, and a lot of credit, too, to Chad Yetman battling with Billy Moskal in front. Lots of traffic provided. Brochu, I don't think he saw that one until it already skipped off the bottom bar at the bottom of the net and came back out of the goal. Hayden Fowler has his 7th of the year, and Erie's in this hockey game. 3-1 now. As Erie looking for a little life, and they have a spark, and they'll bring it back in right side. MacDougall drags along the goal line, walks to the front. Here's MacDougall. Oh, what a goal! Matthew MacDougall wheels around the London Knights D and carves up goaltender Brochu, and the Otters make it a 1-goal game. You'll see that on the highlights tonight and the rest of the week as Matthew MacDougall walks Ryan Merkley, and it's a 1-goal game just like that. Two goals just seconds apart, and Matthew MacDougall with the play of the evening. The former Windsor Spitfire and original Barrie Colts selection makes this a 1-goal game in the blink of an eye. Back to action. Erie trying to tie now. This line stays on. They look for Swankler on the far side, but it's hoisted ahead by the London Knights back to Erie ice. And Drew Hunter will chase this one down. Booked along the near side wall. Loose along the left circle. Evangelista has it. And a 1-goal game here from London. Skinner from the point. Shot is blocked by Swankler. Kept alive by Ryan Merkley on the near side. Down goes McMichael. Erie picks it off. Headman play. Swankler may have a chance as he pokes this one towards the goal. Brochu has to come out and play it and knocks it away as Swankler goes tumbling the other way. Erie got caught in a change. Look out. Gruden. Kick save made. The rebound. He puts it in. The London Knights get it right back. In some frantic rushes, Erie gets caught in a change with Swankler, tripped up by the goaltender. And the Knights take it the other way. It was nearly a 2-on-0 as Drysdale and Duff were trying to get there in time. The home run pass connects, and Gruden got a couple tries at it by himself. Back to a 2-goal game, 4-2 London. That 3 goals in about 80 seconds. They'll send it down to the near side corner, Erie does, and they'll chase after it. Nearly tied this game up on a near break for Austin Swankler. Brochu had to come out to the tops of the circles to deny Swankler that opportunity. And here comes Panwar the other side. Plays it to Erie ice. Strongest to Dunkley. One-timer. Stop Campbell as he denies Nathan Dunkley at the right circle. Three goals in 1:05 here today, and that's second. Fowler at .417 from Golod, and Drew Hunter, who gets his first point as an Erie Otter in his first game. MacDougall after that, 16 seconds later. And at 5:22, Gruden gets it right back to make it a 4-2 game. Steklov to the front, poked away and gloved by Campbell as he gets a little tap back from his defenseman, Jake Golden. Campbell smothers the puck. And a 4-2 hockey game here. with 14:02 to go in the second. Played between the circles for Noah Sador. He's tripped up on the play. And Max Golod finds it out to center ice. Here's Golden. Tucks it up ahead for Elias Cohen. Cohen knocked it into his own end here. Look out, Fudi's going to walk and shoot one that goes wide. Karam's off the far side corner all the way back to Knight's ice. Steklov has it there. Plays it out towards neutral. Or it's fouled by Regula on a drop pass. The Otters take it away, and Elias Cohen has the handle. Cohen, the right side, sends it off the near side corner in down deep. Brochu rims it around the near side. Nelson just skies it ahead towards Erie ice. Back is Drew Hunter, tied up by Foodie. And Hunter finds the puck, dishes behind his own net. They fight it in front. Here's a shot off the crossbar as Nelson wide open on that play, and Erie rips it down ice on an icing call. Drew Hunter just didn't give it enough on that play behind the net, was looking to reverse it to the near corner. It's cut off by the speedster Liam Foodie and thrown out in front where Nelson rings it off the crossbar, almost getting the 3-goal lead back. 4-2 game, lots of time left here. With Erie capitalizing on 2 of their 3 shots in the first 6:52 of the second. Draws to the left of Aiden Campbell after the icing call. Moskel's waved out. Timken will take it. Against first-year player Elias Cohen. They tuck it back to the Erie corner. Moved around near side by a falling Drew Hunter. Now Max Golod battles away with Timken. Shuffled in back deeper. Drew Hunter bounces it back up the near wall. Golod plays it in towards his own end where it's cut off by Moskel, and they find Keene at the point. His shot hit a man in front, his own man. Friendly fires. Moskel sees it deflected to the far boards. Battles to get it right back. Cohen. And then banked up the boards by Sador. Erie again cannot clear. Slowed down by Drew Hunter. He wheels to the far side corners, takes a hit, but plays it up ahead. And Elias Cohen looks for center red, tucks it around a man, and icing waved out. Erie can change. 12:22 to play as the Otters going to steal this one. Yetman feeds it in down deep. Got a chance as Fowler waits and holds, sends it to the late man walking in. They score! Fowler finds Henry, who buries it from the left circle. And it's a 1-goal game once again from London. Hayden Fowler is on fire. The patience of Job from the near side corner as he waits. Everybody thought he was going to pass the Singer, but it's the third man in, Curtis Henry, at the left circle, and he rips it home. His third of the season, and it's a 1-goal game from London. Well, we had 6 goals in the second period last Saturday in Erie between these two teams. We're already up to 4. As it's bounced up and off the Jumbotron high atop center ice. It was deflected up in the air, and I think we'll just drop it again from center. Get back to action here with 12:08 remaining. Here, lots of time in the second, and it's a 1-goal game again as Henry's third of the season makes it 4-3. Daniel Singer from his own end, then Hayden Fowler. Here he changed the lines up a bit here. Launched on in by Fowler to the near side corner. Played ahead, Yetman finds it on a pickoff play from the right side. He's going to walk down the goal line, tries to feed it out in front, wouldn't go. And along the near side corner, twisting is Nelson. Sky it back out towards neutral ice, bounced off the leg of Henry, and then here they come. Here he's going to take a penalty, but it's loose in front. They look for Nelson, sliding across on a save is Campbell, and Erie can touch it up. After Curtis Henry hauls down Matvey Guzkov on the play into the Erie zone. They still can make a play from his wallet. Guzkov can slide it on for Liam Foodie on the right side. The dish in front. And Aiden Campbell, got to give him a lot of credit on that one. Great save Into the splits, sliding left to right, denies Josh Nelson, but to the power play go the London Knights for the 4th time here tonight. They're 1 for 3 with a 5-on-3 goal. That belongs to Alec Regula. He's not out here. He is out here now. My apologies. There's a slap shot coming. Masked stop by goaltender Campbell. It comes back to the man who shot it before, Merkley. Lets another one go, and Campbell gobbles it up. Shots 29-9 in favor of the Knights. As Campbell makes another stop. Face-off is to Campbell's left, native of Cranberry Township. As Erie rips it around the boards after face-off, Winton Drysdale will clear. Brochu slows it down and leaves it for Hunter Skinner, New York Rangers' 4th-round pick. Gruden, who has 2 tonight, gives to McMichael, and through neutral ice comes Merkley. Chase here with Duff. Duff goes for the hit. Merkley backs off, and Erie plays it in front of their own goal to be fired down ice. Nice look by Jack Duff to find Brendan Sellen, and Erie clears. Skinner holds and brings it out from the right of his goaltender. He'll move it on up to center ice, drop it off for Merkley. Decides to carry it himself. Nice move around Emmett Sproul and gets it into the zone. It's Gruden, left side circle. Onto the right side dot. Merkley fires, it's off his stick. Bounces to the near side corner wide. McMichael able to turn it loose inside Erie territory as Drysdale pins it along the wall. Out here with Jake Golden, Maxim Golan and Emmett Sproul. 3 aside, back behind the Erie net. Shoveled ahead by Gruden. They hold in. Skinner, one-time blast, sticked away by Campbell. Held in at the point once more. Activating Merkley down the right wing side. Slides it across from Michael. Into the slot. They drop it off to Skinner. Taken away by Sproul, but he can't pick it up on the back end, or else he would have been off to the races. As it's rimmed right back in by the Knights, and they're offside. This should go all the way down as it's played by McMichael. An intentional offside call with 23 seconds left on the Curtis Henry minor for holding. Face-off will be to the left of Brent Brochu. With time winding down on this power play opportunity. As Jared Keene, what do we got here? No, he's going to stay on the ice. Antonio Strangis will head off. They have too many out here. 6 skaters right now. Strangis heads to the bench, and we drop the puck. Here's Keene. 20 seconds left. Curtis Henry in the box for holding. Maybe one more rush here as Steklov spins away from traffic and plays it back behind his own goal. Yetman has him bottled up right now, and Jared Keene will bring it ahead to right side. Hands off to Footy, speeds into the zone left wing, and it's bounced off his stick and stays out at neutral ice as they come sending it back the other way to the Otters. Dunkley tries to bring it back. Jack Duff cuts that off, and Erie very close to being a 2-minute on the ice call again. Lucky to bounce away from that after that shift change, and the puck got caught in Jack Duff's equipment. Erie after it here in the offensive zone. Fowler trying to go to the point, and a penalty coming up to Hayden Fowler. Behind the play is Jack Duff. Touches this one up behind the goal, and the whistle will sound. A slashing call on the way, and an ill-advised one to Hayden Fowler. Just an extra little whack seen by Darcy Burchell. And with 9:01 remaining here in the second period, we're about midway through. 4-3 London over the Erie Otters. Otters fans, I want to remind you that Dean's Dairy and True Moo Milk are the official milk choice of the Erie Otters. That's Dean's Dairy and True Moo Milk. Pick up a gallon today at your local grocery. Another power play chance for the Knights, their 5th of the evening. Erie just won. Erie had the first power play opportunity of the hockey game, where Chad Yetman hit the post, or else it would have been a 1-0 game. Maybe a completely different game, but it would not go for Erie. And here's the 5th chance starting now for the Knights. Merkley down the right wing side. Snaps one towards the net. That's blocked by Duff. They bury him in the far side corner. Trying to squirt this loose. Yetman will find it. Shoots it off the near side, boards the center. And back is Hunter Skinner in front of Max goal line. Change coming for Erie. Golod hops off. So does Yetman. Fresh forwards on for Erie. As Skinner leaves it at the London line, McMichael brings it ahead. Up off the skate of Ryan Merkley. Forces Regula to snap it in. Campbell will stop it up. As he thought about shooting it. He'll leave it for Henry instead, who rims it off the wall and all the way down ice. 200 feet to be played by Brochu. Minute and 15 on the clock. Slashing call to Hayden Fowler. Skinner drops it off for McMichael. He'll slap it in around the boards to the far side wall. Chopped at by Erie, but not out. Held in by the Knights. Skinner center point. Left side, McMichael. He can shoot it. We know that. Drops it down to Regula at the corner. Back to the left wing circle. McMichael center point. Reset with Skinner. Doesn't shoot. Defers. Then they find Merkley on the right side, who has to pick it up off the wall. 47 seconds left on the power play. McMichael again. Left side. Blasts one to the net, but wide. Held by Merkley at the right point. He'll activate down to the circle now, looking for Regula. He let it go, and it comes back out to center ice. Tabano heads off. McMichael brings it back in, but it caught the linesman. Drysdale poking it ahead, and it'll get out to neutral ice. Played in offside, and a chance for Erie to clear. Drysdale will hold behind his own net. Peers out at the ice and rips it down off the far side corner, and Erie will go after it shorthanded. Here's Sproul on for Yetman. Tucks it onto the near side corner. Grounds by Steklov. And they'll move it out to center ice as Cameron Morton watches Dunkley snap it in. 7 seconds left on the kill. Campbell to move it behind his own goal. Bounces ahead to center ice. On his horse is Chad Yetman. Grabbed by Strongis. And he settles it down, but out of the box comes Fowler. Erie's killed off a fourth power play tonight. London 1 for 5. A 5-on-3 goal, the only marker. Back inside Erie territory they go. Liam Footy turns near side. Columbus Blue Jackets first round pick. Morton lost his stick. In the near corner the battle continues and Fowler has it. Pried loose and off he comes. In flight with Sproul and Swankler. Sproul trying to drag to the middle. Denied that lane by Strongis, but carries along the board. Sproul trying to bring it to the front now as he walks on in, and he scores! Emmett Sproul not to be denied. Powers his way to the front and ties this game at 4. Brand new hockey game from London. Well, Emmett Sproul was not going to be stopped on this shift. Strongis was draped all over him, and somehow he walks it out to the front, picking it up off the wall, brings the puck in front of Brochu and slides it in. And Emmett Sproul, after snapping a 4-game goalless drought, he's got goals in 2 straight. None more important than this one here to tie this game at 4. There's McDougall to send it on in. Around the near side corner, the Otters. A little shot in the arm here. A 4-goal second period for the Otters. It's lifted back to Erie ice, slowed by Aiden Campbell, where Curtis Henry tucks around the near side. Linesman Beer goes down. Yes. So that's Blake Beer. It's poked ahead by McDougall into the zone, left wing side. Jams on the brakes. Plays it to the point. Here's Curtis Henry. A goal tonight already. Now Drew Hunter. He'll drop it off behind the goal. And now here's Austin Swankler. Chipping it onto the near side boards. There's moved up by the Knights. Gathered in out at center, and off goes Ryan Merkley jumping in on the play. They feed it to the right where a shot is blocked by Curtis Henry. The Otters taking a man ahead as they look for Elias Cohen. They'll set it up right side for Drew Hunter, who took a 2-hour Uber trip from St. Catharines to London to play tonight. After the trade, Erie got a man in front here, bouncing off the near side boards just out of the reach of Noah Sador. Kept in by Drysdale. Sador chase it down to the far side corner. It'll be held at the point. Duff, he'll slap one to the goal. Glove save. Brochu holds on. 5:09 left, and a jeering applause, it sounded, for Mr. Brochu, who has only seen 11 shots on goal. Erie has capitalized on 4 of them. 4-4. Here from London, the Otters answering the counter punch in the second period with a 4-goal frame. Face off to the right of Brochu with 5:09 to play.
That's what you do with a kiss game. There you have it. Black Matt Bennett's his game. Always the right guy.
As the Otters are going to steal behind the net. Max Golan. He's going to battle with Regula. Turns right back down to the near side. Penalty coming up. Erie's going to get one for or go to the penalty or power play now as a tripping call made. Golan battling with Alec Regula in the near side corner. And after London got 5 straight power plays, you kind of knew Erie was going to get the next one. And it's Max Golan who draws it. Tripped up on the play of the near corner. That's a big penalty killer to lose in Alec Regula. Literally, 6'4", 207 pounds. The 19-year-old from West Bloomfield, Michigan. He sits for 2 minutes. And Erie goes to the man advantage the second time tonight. It's snapped up. Did that one go out of play? Fowler was after it as he charged Keene in a delay of game call coming. Big moment here. Erie goes to a 5-on-3 power play opportunity for nearly an entire 2 minutes. Great play by Hayden Fowler as he came charging in at Jared Keene behind the net and forced him to put that one a little high. 5-on-3 now for Erie. Swankler had lost his neck guard as the Otters were setting up shop for the face-off. So he'll put that back on. And we're good to go. Fowler, Yetman, Golan, Drysdale, Austin, Swankler. The 5-on-3 power play begins. Yetman wins the draw back. He's got goals in 8 straight, Chad Yetman. Looking for one here tonight to extend it into a 9th game. Swankler at the left point. And they'll give to Chad Yetman at the left wing circle now. Erie shifts around in the zone. Swankler right side. Now Drysdale on the left dot. Shoot, save made. Rebound right there. Erie can't get it. Swept to the near boards. Held in by Swankler. They find Max Golan. Play it out to the point for Drysdale. Doesn't shoot. Goes to Max Golan right side. Feeds it back in front. Off his stick. Knocked down. Erie maintains possession. And it's Drysdale at the point once more. Walks right. Center point. Swankler shoots. Shoulder stop. Rebound. Yetman can't put it home. And he hit the post on that. Erie maintains again inside offensive territory. Drysdale. Yetman off his tape. But finds it in the corner. Calmly holds on and finds Drysdale again. At the center point. Now to Yetman at the left circle. Gives ground. Drysdale center point. Now Swankler. Slap pass in front. Deflected out of play by Fowler. And some pushing and shoving. Max Golan. A little note back to the bench. Says, Coach, leave us on here. They're moving the puck pretty well in this 5-on-3. But we will see some fresh bodies. Drysdale, the only one that stays. Sproul, Singer, D'Amato, McDougal, and Drysdale. 51 seconds on this 5-on-3. Erie's already hit the post once on this one. And they'll set it up. Another face-off win. It's Drysdale. Emmett Sproul left side. He tied the game at 4. Now D'Amato looking for McDougal. Sends it off the near boards. And McDougal will pick it up. The Otters almost run into each other, but they set up shop once more. Sproul snaps one. That's off a stick out of play. And they'll send the top unit right back out. Little breather. They head back out. Swankler, Drysdale, Yetman, Fowler, Golan. 33 seconds in this 5-on-3. Big moment still as the Knights will win this draw. Liam Foudy with the handle, and he'll rip it down the ice. And Erie will have one last chance. It skips out towards the crease. Found by Aiden Campbell, and he slows it down. In time for Drysdale. 20 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Gets across the blue line. They quickly set up shop. Swankler, left side. Drysdale, center point. Now Max Golan. Couldn't receive the pass. Takes it off the corner boards. 10 seconds left. 5-on-3. Here's Drysdale. Swankler. They'll trade places now at the point. Swankler. Paddle coming. They launch it onto the far boards. Yetman pokes it behind the net. No one home. It's going to be found by the Knights. And out of the box comes Regula. Headman play. Regula just out of his reach. Drysdale scoops it up. He knows he has to huddle here. They're killed off the 5-on-3 as Drysdale kicks it down the near side. Walt Erie changing here still. And Fowler finds it in front of his own net. He looks for Swankler, poked away, look out. McMichael's open all by himself, and he puts it in. The Otters couldn't clear the zone on the near side, and McMichael just stationed all by himself in front. The Otters only had one defenseman out there because of the power play, as Hayden Fowler and company couldn't clear on the near side, and all Foodie did was just poke it, and it rolled like a magnet, attracted to the stick of McMichael. And with 2:33 left, the Knights jump back ahead, 5-4. Connor McMichael's 5th goal against the Otters this season. That's 5 out of 14 on the year against the Erie Otters. 5-4 hockey game. 2:17 to play as it's slapped on by Timken towards Campbell from long range and flipped on back to neutral ice by the Otters. Loose here right in front of me at the penalty box. Sproul tucks it into the zone, but it's found by Merkley. He feeds it over right side. Skinner launched ahead off the near side boards and down ice. An icing call. Back on down to Knights ice we go as they've reclaimed a lead. Last Saturday it was the Knights playing catch-up most of the game. This time it's the Erie Otters, and they're down 1 yet again here today as Connor McMichael finds the back of the net for his 14th of the year. Henry's going to hold in at the point after that face-off. Lifted down low. Whacked ahead by Merkley, activating Cameron Morton, who's got an assist here tonight. And then gloved down by McDougall, who activates down the left wing side. Tied up by Foodie. Keeps skating, though. Moves on. Skinner, now Swankler. Turns around. Trying to get positioning. The Otters, Austin Swankler. But it's taken away by the London Knights. They work it up the near boards. Off the body of Singer. Stays inside where it's gloved by Timken. He'll move it over. Just skate with this one. Played over the far wall and on out to neutral ice. On the small dish back to Erie ice. Sliding at the circles now. Erie takes possession. Cameron Morton left side. Snapped ahead. McDougall had a beauty earlier. McDougall walks in, a wrist shot, and that one sails high. Singer picks it up and tucks it behind the goal for Austin Swankler. Swankler spins on the defender Moskal. Flips it behind the goal. Singer trying to give out in front. There's nobody there. And it's diving to poke it ahead is Timken. The Otters want to play it right back in. And played on ahead. Fowler tracks it on down. Wheels in behind the net. Battle with Regula. Turns around, leaves it for Maxim. Goal on to the final minute. Shoots, and it's stopped by Brochu. And Erie plays it on the far wall. Behind the net, Fowler gives out towards the front. Bouncing puck. Knifed away by Guzkov. They come flying out the center ice. It's Nelson left wing side. He's watched by Drew Hunter. Tucks it out to the point. Regula skips off his stick. Fowler's on his horse. Fowler against Foodie, and it's poked away by Liam Foodie right at the line. Found by Nelson, and they come back into the zone. Nice move, walking in. Wrist shot sails high. 12 seconds left here. Erie wants one last rush. And it's Fowler with a man on his back. Taking the puck away is Merkley. They swing it on ahead. Down to the near corner, 3 seconds left. Hunter swings it in front. Stick save made as the buzzer sounds to end the second. 6 goals scored that second period. Erie comes from behind to tie things at 4, but a fortunate bounce at 17:27 results in the go-ahead goal for London. McMichael has them ahead 5-4. Sets us up for an interesting third period, no? Before that, we have the UPMC intermission report. That's up next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Interstate Mitsubishi has been ranked #1 in sales satisfaction in the U.S. for 2 years in a row. Customers are our priority, and no one can compare in price. Right now, you can own a 2019 7-passenger Outlander for only $20,988. That's only $269 a month. That's right, own it for only $269 a month. and you're covered with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Interstate is the place to go. Mitsubishi's the car to buy. We make it easy, only at Interstate Mitsubishi.
Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Offer excludes tax, title, and dealer fees.
Hey, Steve. Welcome to Great Clips. Nice to see you again.
Great Clips asks, what's the difference between good and great?
Come on back and have a seat.
Good asks you what haircut you'd like.
So, I have all your details from the last time you were in. Would you like the same haircut today?
Great already knows. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details so you can get the same thing as last time, every time. Download our online check-in app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital connect care managers and personal doctors to simplify your care and give you peace of mind. We're teaming up to make sure members with complex health conditions like diabetes and heart disease have a dedicated care manager working with their doctors to make sure they get the right care in the right place at the right time. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent, together for health, together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You ought to be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
This holiday season, my good friend gave to me 7 Powerball tickets, 6 match 6 chances, 5 cash points, 4 cash for lives, 3 pick 3s, 2 Mega Millions.
Pennsylvania lottery tickets make great gifts, like the new Secret Santa, with top prizes of $300,000. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
And best wishes from the lottery.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Hello everyone, I'm Terry Doyle. Thanks for joining us on this week's edition of OHL News, presented by Bauer. Coming up on the show, we'll talk to the captain of Team OHL for the 2019 CIBC Canada-Russia Series. Games start next week with the OHL stops from Thursday, November 7th in Kitchener and Monday, November 11th at London. But first, this week's OHL On the Run Player of the Week is Guelph Storm goaltender Nico Dawes. He posted a 3-0 record last week with a 1.95 goals against average, .949 save percentage, and 1 shutout. Dawes is a returnee to the OHL champion Storm team and comes into this weekend leading the OHL in goals against average, save percentage, and shutouts. He's put up a very strong start to the season, originally Guelph's 7th-round pick in the 2016 OHL priority selection. Staying in the Midwest Division, and the Owen Sound Attack have been off to a strong start to this season. Even despite an overtime loss on Wednesday night against the Flint Firebirds, the Attack came into this weekend's play leading the Midwest. Helping them is Perry Sound native Aiden Dudas. After 13 games this year, he had 21 points, and he will be the team captain for Team OHL at the 2019 CIBC Canada-Russia Series coming up with games starting next week. I talked to Dudas earlier this week, and we chatted about the start of the year and looking forward to playing for Team OHL.
Yeah, I think we have a good blend of veteran and young players, and I think from coaching staff all the way down, I think we have a really, really strong team. And I think the first few games we surprised a few teams, and now we got our name out there, and I think there's going to be no more surprising. Every team's going to come play us, as hard as they can every night. So it's going to be a challenge for us to keep this up, but I think we have the coaches and the team to do so.
One thing that jumped out to me looking at your numbers is the fact that you guys have been pretty stingy defensively, not allowing a whole lot of goals. Has that been one of those cases where everybody has bought in?
Yeah, I think, starting from our goalie, Matt Guzda, he's had, a really, really good start to the year. And, ever since he came in when he was 16, we all knew he was going to be a good goalie in this league. And I think this is, his breakout year, and he's really starting to prove why he's, going to be one of the best goalies in this league. And I think, team defensively wise, we're playing really smart hockey, and I think our defensive core is big and strong and, very defensive. So from the goalie out to our team defensive play, I think, we're all playing really well.
I think you kind of hinted at it off the bat, too, that maybe after the roster turnover last season, and so obviously some new guys or guys that now maybe were lower on the depth chart getting more of a chance, maybe a little feeling of like, hey, let's go out and prove some people wrong this year when maybe people had sort of overlooked us a little bit after, the way junior hockey goes with the roster turnover.
Yeah, I think coming into this year, not a lot of people thought much about the Owen Sound attack, and obviously losing guys like Suzuki and Dursey and Phillips and Hancock, it's obviously tough for an organization. But I think bringing in younger players and some more picks, you can really start to rebuild for the future. And I think it was a quick turnaround for us, and not a lot of people expected the turnaround to be that quick. So we surprised a lot of teams at the start, but I think there's going to be no surprising anymore.
This is your 4th season in the Ontario Hockey League. Is time flying by?
Yeah, for sure. I think feels like yesterday where I was 16 and, my captain was Santino Santarami, and, we had a great team, and now, it's kind of flip-flopped a little bit where I'm one of the veteran guys, and, looking at guys like Denny Gour on my team that are 16, and it's crazy how time flies and how much you learn and go through, but it's been a lot of fun.
What sort of things did you learn from the vets when you came in that now you can pass along to the younger guys about just coming into the Ontario Hockey League and being an OHL player day in and day out?
I think the biggest thing when I was 16 was, the focus you have to have coming in every day. You got to do the workout that's up on the board every single day, and you got to get your mind focused for practice, because especially when you're 16, if you're not focused, then it's gonna. If your mind isn't focused, it's gonna lead to bad hands and bad feet. So it all starts with the mind and coming in prepared every day to learn, take everything in, and just enjoy the process.
Next week, you'll be part of Team OHL. You'll be the captain of Team OHL for the CIBC Canada-Russia games, the one in Kitchener and the one in London. Look ahead to that. I know you've got some Owen Sound attack work to do before that, but once you get a chance to join the guys there, take me through what that experience is going to be like.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great experience. It's always fun, getting to play with guys you always played against, and it's going to be a tough game against Russia. They're always big and strong, and but I know I'm looking forward to it, and I know the rest of the guys are really looking forward to it as well.
When you get together with some of the guys from around the league, and guys obviously you've gotten to know over the years, but I've got to think when you first get together for that first practice or anything like that, there's a little bit of maybe talking about some of the battles along the boards when you play each other, and maybe a couple chirps that happened on the ice, and now you can be friends for a couple of days.
Yeah, for sure. Some of the guys on this team, on the Canada team, are pretty chippy when they play. So it's funny to see how they are on the ice against you, and then to go in the dressing room and how nice they are in the dressing room. It's really cool how that works with hockey. How you can just flip a switch when you go on the ice, and then flip a switch when you get back in the room. So it's so fun going to things like this, and I'm really looking forward to it.
That was Aiden Dudas of the Owen Sound Attack, who is a draft choice of the Los Angeles Kings. Here is a look at this week's Kia CHL Top 10 rankings. The Oshawa Generals are the top OHL club as they are number 3 in the nation. The Owen Sound Attack are number 8. The Flint Firebirds 10, and 2 OHL clubs receiving honorable mentions this week, the Peterborough Petes and the Windsor Spitfires. Once again, a reminder, the 2019 CIBC Canada-Russia Series gets underway next week. It starts out in the Quebec League on Monday, and then the OHL stops are next Thursday, that's November 7th in Kitchener, and then Monday, November 11th at London. You can check out all the action from the 2019 CIBC Canada-Russia Series on Sportsnet. That's going to do it for our show this week. You've been listening to OHL News presented by Bauer. I'm Terry Doyle. Thanks for joining us.
We got more coming up on the UPMC Intermission Report. Scores around the league are next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital make it easier to get quality care by investing in new facilities close to home, like an enhanced emergency department, renovated operating suites, an all-new cancer center, and the Eastside Health and Wellness Pavilion opening in 2019. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent. Together for health. Together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
Cloud9 One Bar and Restaurant invites you to our weekly Sunday brunch from 11 to 2. Choose from over 20 different items, including our custom-made crepes, omelets, our carving station, and much, much more. And for a quick, affordable lunch, it's Cloud9 for lunch ideas that are extraordinary. Cloud9 is open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Come relax with a fine wine, craft beer, or mixed drink, and find out more at cloud9erie.com. Cloud9 One Bar and Restaurant, 1010 French, wine, food, friends.
Listen to this. Do you hear that? That's the sound of all the people clicking on your website right now. That's right, crickets. Get a website worth clicking about. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987 and turn silence into this.
Life can get busy with work and taking care of family. Sometimes we put off college or continuing education because it's too far away, too expensive, or just not the right time. But now it's your time, right here, close to home. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College reduces the barriers that prevent you from going to a traditional college and offers a new 2-year college option in Northern PA. Associate degrees and workforce development training provide new possibilities through evening classes. With many classroom locations and community partnerships, the education is brought to you. NPRC. Affordable, accessible. This could change everything.
Chris is presenting her finance report. But all you can think about are the new baked goods with rich and creamy Nutella. Now at Tim Hortons, like a freshly baked chocolate hazelnut donut topped with Nutella, or mini pancakes filled with Nutella. Wow. And then Chris asks you a question.
Karen, what do you think? Nutella. I mean...
Oh, Karen. Try delicious baked goods with rich, creamy Nutella for a limited time at participating Tim Hortons restaurants.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Budweiser Gardens. Through 2 periods, it's the UPMC Intermission Report. We have played 40 minutes, and that middle frame, pretty wild. Just like the game kind of we had, it's similar script to what we had last Saturday. The Otters are a 4-goal second, but they find themselves down 5-4. Let's recap it. As Erie went down 3-0 in the first period. And it's even this whole game, it's been all London thus far. But Erie can answer back. They wake up in the second. They make it 3-1, 4 minutes and 17 seconds, and Hayden Fowler in front. And then a fantastic rush by Matthew McDougall, set up by Curtis Henry. And the Otters, all of a sudden, in a span of 16 seconds, make it a 1-goal game. The Knights, though, answer back as John Gruden's second of the night makes it 4-2. Erie, the next pair of goals. As Curtis Henry, the 4-3 goal, then Emmett Sproul ties it at 13:35, 4-4. Then the Otters went to a 5-on-3 power play. They just couldn't connect. It just looking for the perfect play. They had some good looks. Yetman hits another post here tonight. He's a crossbar away from winning posts. But out of the box, they kill off the 5-on-3, and they find Connor McMichael in front all by himself. Erie's had the power play unit on there, just unable to defend. 5-4 London through 40 minutes. Real quick, let's take a look at a few scores. Our out-of-town scoreboard is brought to you by the Sheridan Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You ought to be staying with the best. Oshawa downs Kingston 5-1. Hamilton over Mississauga 3-2. Ottawa 8-3 over Niagara. 3-2 Sudbury over North Bay. We'll check the others later on. Third period's next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
This holiday season, my good friend gave to me 7 Powerball tickets, 6 match 6 chances. cash points. 4 cash for life's 3 pick 3s, 2 Mega Millions.
Pennsylvania lottery tickets make great gifts, like the new Secret Santa, with top prizes of $300 grand. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
And best wishes from the lottery.
Interstate Mitsubishi has been ranked number 1 in sales satisfaction in the U.S. for 2 years in a row. Customers are our priority, and no one can compare in price. Right now, you can own a 2019 7-passenger Outlander for only $20,988. That's only $269 a month. That's right, own it for only $269 a month. And you're covered with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Interstate is the place to go. Mitsubishi's the car to buy. We make it easy, only at Interstate Mitsubishi.
Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Offer excludes tax, title, and dealer fees.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital are collaborating for cancer breakthroughs. We're sharing insights to help improve treatment times and results for you and your loved ones. For certain types of cancer, radiation treatment times have been cut in half and achieved the same level of success, exposing patients to less radiation and giving them a chance at a quicker recovery. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent. Together for health. Together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. That means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider. Helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585. The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Budweiser Gardens. Buckle up for what should be an entertaining third. The Otters rallying in that second with a 4-goal period to tie things at 4, but a late-minute goal from Connor McMichael. The Knights lead 5-4 as we get underway with period 3. Drysdale behind his own net. I'm Aaron Cooney. Thanks for joining us here on this Friday night. Now Regula right side as the London Knights looking to extend the lead. That was 3 after 1. 3-0 after the first period in Erie. Answering back a pair of goals in 16 seconds, and we were off from there. Here's Fowler after the take from behind his own goal. Pass ahead for Max Golod. Stops in a dime from the right side and swings the puck in down deep. Moved up the near side boards for Foodie. As the Knights take it away, Foodie goes for a bit of escape, and he finds Steckloff out through center ice as he weaves his way through. Pass on for Guzgov, taken away by Erie, and Yetman delivers to the tape of Curtis Henry. As we're into 19 minutes left in regulation. Here's Emmett Sproul. Passes off the stick and fired all the way down ice by Gruden. And McMichael will beat out this icing call as Henry looks to work it on the near side. Can move it up the boards. McDougal, Sproul there. Cross feed for Drew Hunter. Speeds off into offensive territory. Hunter acquired today. Throws it on goal. Save made. Brochu. The rebound. It's still loose in the paint. Knocked away to the near circle. Henry has it. He scores! Scramble in front. Knocked loose to Henry. He's got a 2-goal game. And the Otters even it once again. And if I'm not mistaken, that's Curtis Henry's first 2-goal game in the Ontario Hockey League. And a big moment at that. The scramble in front. How about Drew Hunter? He was brought in to join, add a little offense, jumps in on the rush, wide open on the right side, carries the puck all the way in, puts the backhander onto the net that creates the havoc in front, ends up on the tape of Curtis Henry, and he's got a 2-goal game, tying this one up at 5 apiece. How about this? Similar script to what we had last Saturday between these two teams. Another 10 goals, and we're even at 5. D'Amato holds in as the Otters looking for the go-ahead goal now. And a 5-5 game from London. Out of the right circle, played ahead for Dunkley. He'll wheel out ahead through center and across the Erie line. Poke checked by Duff, but continues as he drops it off into the corner of the Otters end. D'Amato twirls it on for Cameron Morton near side. His dish finds Brendan Sellon, and Erie escapes to center ice. They look for Singer left side. Wheels on down deep, bounces it off the boards, intended for Sellon. He's tied up at the moment as he crashes in now with Nathan Dunkley. They find Sahil Panwar out ahead to center ice. For the Otters, Drysdale, he picks this one off, and he's going to bring it in offensively. Drysdale, right side, shoots one, save made. As Brochu sends it onto the far side, shrugging it away. Sellon, he's going to find it, no, walks in, wrister, it comes to Hunter, his shot, save Brochu, and he holds on. Well, Drew Hunter picked that one up on the near side. It was bouncing around and still got a good shot away. That Brochu can take off the shoulder and then catch in midair for the stoppage. I tell you what, I'm sure the coaching staff would prefer the Otters play 60 minutes, but it's like they play 40 minutes right now as we get to the third period. There's another one off the draw. Drysdale. Better save, Brochu. And McGurn tosses it out to center. Noah Sador in towards Erie ice as the Otters are forced to chase back behind their own goal. One hit on the stick for Drysdale, forces it ahead, but look out, a play to the front for Moskal. Blocked by the Otters, and out ahead goes Max Golod. Drop pass to Jamie Drysdale, walks in, deflection try, jumping in was Hunter on the play. Better save by Brochu as the puck deflects up to the netting. And the whistle sounds with 16:52 to go, third period. Brand new hockey game in the third. It's 5-5 between the Otters and the Knights. Curtis Henry with his second of the night at 1:24 following a net front scramble. And the draw to the right of Brett Brochu. Erie wins this face-off. Cameron Morton to Henry for the hat trick. That one deflects wide, looked out, tossed to the front from behind the net. And Erie couldn't put it on the goal. Tied up towards the Otters end, and Campbell forced to stop this one as it rolled in on goal. Could have been icing. Face off in Erie territory instead. The last defenseman to have a hat trick in a game for the Erie Otters was Darren Radish in the playoffs against these London Knights. Game 2 of the Western Conference semifinals back in 2017. Darren Radish, the hat trick as Foodie wins this face-off, and the shot from the Knights deflected out of play by Cameron Morton, nicely defending, following the London Knights face-off with. Erie wins this one back to the corner, rattled off the glass, and on ahead of the play is Hayden Fowler with Emmett Sproul. But Erie couldn't grab possession. It would have been a 2-on-1. Just couldn't get it all to work out. On that play, dumped back to Erie ice, skips onto the near side corner where Cameron Morton goes to work. As he bumps Liam Foodie, and Henry takes the biscuit. Snapped ahead for Fowler. And up once more to center ice, bouncing puck off the stick of Sproul, who couldn't reel that pass in. And Guzgov goes for a skate in his own end. Matvei Guzgov finds Ryan Merkley, stationed his own circle on the left side, and headman play looking for Foodie. He's offside. Whistle sounds. Foodie puts it into the open net. But they caught Liam Foodie streaking. Are they taking him off for a penalty? So he's just going to get a warning. Pat Myers comes over. He issues that warning. Now putting the puck in the net. Bring the face-off all the way back into London ice. After that offside call. Left of Brochu as the Otters. Swankler puts it into the corner here. Skinner able to move it first. And he'll skate it and hoist it ahead. Up off the glove of Jack Duff and into the zone. Evangelista now walks on in. He's got a chance to center in front and just out of the reach of Gruden, who also has a 2-goal night. Couldn't get the third one there. Erie can skate out of danger. Swankler 3-on-3 into the offensive zone. Trying to dance through the defense. Bumped off the puck but finds it in the corner. Looking to center, hit the side of the net. Singer behind the goal. Comes out near side, Daniel Singer. Former Niagara Ice Dog. Drops it off to Matthew McDougall, and then Erie plays it to the point for Drysdale. Hit shot off a body in front, and pouncing on the puck is Brochu for the whistle. Well, the Otters had 5 shots in the first period, 8 total shots in the second period, 13 in the first 2 periods. Here already, not even 5 minutes into the third, they got 7. Wasn't the best of starts in the first period, but Erie has found their hockey game here in this final 2 frames so far. Draw one by the Knights, and they'll blast around the near side wall. Panwar can pick it up in flight to center. On for Strongis, a little out of his reach as he battles with Hunter back to the near corner of the Otters end. All good onside. Battling away, Strongis finds it, puts it out to the front. Erie poked it away, but Dunkley regains possession. Now the near side circle. Ahead to the point for Montgomery. Has to poke it to keep it in. As Drew Hunter sends it out ahead to center ice. He'll find Brendan Sellen, and Erie comes on in. Here's D'Amato left wing. Waits. Defender goes down. Wraparound try. D'Amato scores! Daniel D'Amato on the wraparound beats Brochu, and the Otters have their first lead of the hockey game. 6-5 Erie. How about Daniel D'Amato and the confidence he's playing with? Goals in 3 straight games. Outweights Keene, who goes sliding by him. Wheels in behind the net, goes with the wraparound, and we will see a goaltending change in London. In comes Dylan Miskew. Acquired by the Knights for Jordan Coy from the Sarnia Sting. Sarnia picked up Miskew on waivers from the WHL. And the former Edmonton Oil King is now in for his first OHL action, wearing number 31. But the Otters, more importantly, they got the lead. It's 6-5. As Regula feeds it left side, they're trapped in neutral zone. Steklov can shoot it on in, slowed by Campbell, and Erie will whack it around the wall, but not out. Here's Moskal shot, skips wide, off the end boards, back to the front. Guided away by Duff, and he flips it ahead, but not out. Still loosened, whacked in back deep. Morton chases down. This might be the best game for Cameron Morton on his young OHL career. He's looked good in this third period defensively, picking up some extra minutes. As it's slapped down the ice, the Knights will find it in front of their own goaltender. Whacked ahead by Hunter. As if I believe we are missing Jake Golden on the Otters bench as I go to look for a count. Haven't seen him in this third period. As the Otters make a trade for defenseman, it looks like they may have lost another defenseman. I'll inspect later as it's dumped back down to Erie ice. On the near side corner, Liam Foudy. Dollar drops it off down to the near side. And then Guzkov, the Minnesota Wild pick, tied up by Chad Yetman behind the Otters goal. Swept along the near boards. Found by Hayden Fowler, but the Knights again take over as Hunter pins a man along the wall. Foudy takes over. Yetman plants him along the wall. And they continue to whack away out of the near corner. Center to the circle. Here's a shot blocked. It comes right back. Foudy, he just couldn't get the meat on it. And Erie can play it out to center ice. I was sitting right there at the right circle for Liam Foudy and just shuffled over his stick. Otters get the clear. Drop right back in. No Nelson. Left side. Hand off to Merkley. Centers across Foudy. Glove save by Campbell. Larceny from London. Aiden Campbell, what a stop to deny Liam Foudy on the cross zone pass. Holy smokes, what a save. That will be on your top saves next week on the OHL. Top plays, top saves, it's got everything. What a stop from Aiden Campbell. And the Otters will take this draw and just play it ahead. And penalty coming up to Steklov. Great job by Max Golod to keep the feet moving. Steklov forced to take him down as he was caught flat-footed, and Erie to the power play, looking to extend their lead now. It was 3-0 London after 1. Erie battled back in the second, found themselves down 5-4. After 2 periods, and now the Otters with a pair of goals here in this third. They lead 6-5. And now on to the man advantage, looking for a little insurance. Drysdale at the right point. Swankler bottled up a little bit here, send it across just behind Golod, and look out, a chance shorthanded for London. Nelson flying down the right side, stops the circle, plays it to the front, bouncing puck. They can't get a shot away. Settles back behind the Otters net. Nelson will find it and send it on back to the defenseman Skinner in his own end. Nelson once more. They have 2 shorthanded goals on the season. This one's floated from long range to be stopped by Campbell. Both shorthanded goals were scored by Connor McMichael. Erie has possession now. They lose it at that blue line. And now picked up by the London Knights as Nelson bounces his way into the zone with the handle. They drag to the front. Down prone was Austin Swankler, and he takes the puck away. Erie in some trouble here. Still with the man advantage. Fed back behind the Otters net again. Down to the final minute of this man advantage. Second unit starting to come on for Erie. 50 seconds left. Swankler, right side. Backhand, feed it on in. Miskin now to move it. As it swept out in front. Open to Matto. The Erie Otters picked his pocket, but Miscue could not finish. McMichael the other way, trying to go shorthanded down the ice. Dragged to the front and rolls off his stick to Aiden Campbell. McMichael wants a call, but the Otters did a nice job to bottle him up and just tie his stick up. He couldn't get a shot away. The Knights have had the better of the opportunities. Here shorthanded down to the final 32 seconds of this power play. Aside from Miscue almost losing the puck behind the net. The Otters kick one out. Shot from Campbell denied. As the Otters blow a tire. That was Sproul who toe picked back in the near corner. Or heel pick, excuse me. And now the Otters can break out Hunter to find MacDougall right side. Carries across the line. Hunter able to hold in. The Otters feed it in down deep. Battle on his horse. Sproul stops it up left side, feeds it to the circle. Knocked loose by Singer. They set up Hunter. Sproul calls for it towards Hunter's left. The Otters down the wall right side. Time taken down to the power play. They give down low, out in front. Singer couldn't get a hold on the shot. Sproul reaches in near side corner. Out of the box they come. Back to even strength. D'Amato chases to the far side corner. Erie making a change to get a line on. Defensive pairing. Steps out in Morton and Duff. Here's Sproul back in, trying to drag, and it's poke checked. Stripped of the puck by Merkley, and off come the London Knights. Liam Foudy, watched by Morton. Swings it behind the Otters goal. Elias Cohen just on for Erie. Jams it up the wall and out to center ice. Slowed by Keene and now Merkley. Almost midway through this third period, Morton after a hit by Duff. Erie frees the puck up, and they're going to be guilty of an icing call. With 10:05 to play in the third. Erie playing essentially, well, they have 5 defensemen. They dressed 7 here tonight. But Jacob Golden did not return to the Erie Otters here for the third. So that blue line just keeps taking hits, and Erie's in the midst of a 3-3. This is the first game of the 3-3 this weekend. They have the Ottawa 67s tomorrow, and then the Niagara Ice Dogs Sunday as a hand pass whistled. With 9:56 to go following that face-off, it will come out to the neutral zone with the London Knights guilty. Keep your clothes in top shape with Chido's Dry Cleaners, complete with an easy, accessible drive-through and free pickup and drop-off. Chido's Cleaners is second to none. It's Chido's Dry Cleaners, the official dry cleaning service provider of the Erie Otters. 6-5 Otters lead. Coming from behind and down to 9:56 left in the third. So 19 players on the ice for the Erie Otters, well, including the bench. Jake Golden out. Christian Cairo has not taken many shifts here. The 16-year-old in just his second OHL game. Jake Golden not returning to the Otters bench here for the third period. So it's kind of like 5 defensemen right now for the Erie Otters, protecting a 1-goal lead here at London. Here comes Yetman, working in right side. Drop it off in behind the goal, intended for Maxim Golod. Played up the near side and fired on ahead to center. Off the bench boards, and Erie guides it out to center. Once more on a whack from Jack Duff. Golod will chip it back in deep down the far side. Shuffled back to the near side wall. Nelson can protect away from Hayden Fowler. The Otters set up defensively. Hoisted out towards the Otters line. Caught there by Curtis Henry, and offside was Guzgov. The whistle will sound. Trying to catch the Otters, trying to use their speed here behind the Otters. Erie did a great job in that opportunity. Reading the play, Curtis Henry, Guzgov ahead of the play. The face-off will be in front of the London bench here at neutral ice. Curtis Henry, left side. Rips it right off the body of Evangelista, and he's going to come in one-on-one against Jamie Drysdale. Evangelista slided on in front, just out of the reach of a streaking Gruden, looking for his third of the night. Erie carries the other way. Here's Emmett Sproul putting on the moves into the offensive zone. Erie drops it near sidewall. Spiked at by Sproul. He tied this hockey game up at 4. Goal in 2 straight for Emmett Sproul as it's forced out the center ice. McMichael turned aside at the blue line. The Knights will reset. Look out. Almost picking that one off was the Otters. As on the hunt was Austin Swankler. Almost had it in flight. But here come the Knights. Left wing side, Gruden. D'd up by Drysdale. From the far side, look out. Loose to the net. And it's cleared from the blue paint by the Otters. And that one off the post. Reeled in by Campbell, but doesn't slow it down enough to cover. They grab from the near wall. The Knights have it. Evangelista taken away on that play by Austin Swankler. He'll dish it to himself out towards center ice. Sidesteps a check coming, but didn't have the handle as Merkley tried to line him up for the hip check. Erie takes away from their own blue line, and Henry trying to get center red, does so, and then drops it on in on the dump in. Erie makes a change. Coming down 8 minutes to play in regulation time. Went to a shootout last Saturday, these two teams. As Foodie walks in, drags and fires, blocked by the Otters. Brendan Selland gets it out as far as center ice, and Nathan Dunkley takes it there. Coughs it right back up to Brendan Selland. Couldn't get it in deep. As the Knights will find Foodie one-on-one in the zone against Hunter. Nicely poke check, and Erie clears the far boards and then hoists it out to center by Daniel Singer, using that pitching wedge to drop it back to Knights ice. Ripped ahead, Foodie in towards the Erie zone. Lays it to the circle. There's Dunkley to the point now. Keene, a man open left side. It's Steklov. Tries to play to the front. Erie blocked the pass to the corner. Timken behind the Erie net now. Turns around. Hunter going to move it. Erie will pick it up near side and sky this one out to center ice. Nursing the 1-goal lead. It's 6-5 Erie coming from behind. Chip back in by Dunkley. Duff to go and move it. Slides around the wall. Max Golod lifts the stick of the defender Steklov, and the Otters bring it on ahead. Right wing side. Here's a play by Golod. Gives to the front, and it was just out of the reach of Chad Yetman. Golod gets it right back. Wheels along the blue line now. Wrist shot from long range. Miscue has it, and he holds on. With 6:44 to play in the third. 6-5 Otters, and Dylan Miscue with his first 2 saves in the Ontario Hockey League. Came in, as we mentioned, from the Edmonton Oil Kings. Last year went 28, 11, 2, and 3. 2.53 goals against average and a .914 save percentage. And carried his team to a conference final. As the Knights escape to center ice. Erie looks to D them up as they come on in right wing side. Guzgov to Merkley, who adds the extra man on the play. Played towards the Otters net, kicked away by Campbell. Chad Yetman over skates, but has room to dish near side for Henry. Doesn't rip it up the wall and fakes out one man. In some trouble now. Drops it off for Morton. Morton behind his own net. He'll find Fowler on a crisp pass. Carried to center. Drops it off left side for Max Gola, but not enough on the dish. And the Knights take over. It's Nelson as he hands off to Alec Regula. 6 minutes to play here in regulation time. 6-5 Erie. Snap back in. Evangelista knocked down out of midair by the Otters. Drysdale found by Fowler near side. He gets underneath this one. Skied ahead. Slankler trying to knock it down. Sproul will. Has Slankler with him. Sproul drags, fires, rips that one high. Karam's off the glass, and here come the Knights on the counterattack. Regula, drop pass. Evangelista drags to the front, and a shot. Erie blocks it. They clog up that lane. McDougal gives to Swankler, and Erie just toss it out to center ice. Sproul chases Merkley down to the near corner. Run to the end boards here inside London territory. Now here's McDougal behind the net with Sproul. McDougal carries to the far side. They give to the point. Drysdale holds, fires. It's a drop pass on for Sproul on the goal line. Bounce towards the blue line. Erie holds in with Drew Hunter. Drew Hunter feed towards the front. Guided away by the Knights as a elbow comes up onto Drew Hunter. And it's carried the other way as Connor McMichael plays it to McDougal. Swept ahead. The Otters pick this one off. Drysdale with a man ahead. Saucers it out. Knocked down nicely by Regula, but Drysdale carries back in. Erie can't stay on sides. Swankler was in the splits trying to stay on. But with 4:47 left, it remains 6-5 Erie. The Curtis Henry fan club traveled here to London, it looks like. They got the 41 jerseys up on the scoreboard ahead of us. But the Otters, I don't think they like the hit that was on newcomer Drew Hunter. And some warnings look to be issued out as this face-off will be in neutral ice. A skosh under 5 minutes remains in the third. 6-5, Erie holding to a 1-goal lead. Skinner at face-off win carries this ahead to center ice. Erie leads by 1, launched in on goal. Full on assault now as they pick it up. Oh, look, it bounced off a stick. They put it in the front here. Dunkley kicked away by Campbell. They're getting chances, that's for sure. Skinner throws it to the front here. That one off a body, bounces to the near boards. Morton ties up a man, but Foodie escapes. They give to the point. Skinner another one, drills it off his own man. Up out of play and hits Strongis. It ends up in the netting to the near corner. And Erie will make some changes. Holding to this 6-5 lead. Pair of goals for the Erie Otters here to start the third. Henry and D'Amato. And we'll watch goaltender Dylan Miskew, who came in to relieve Brett Brochu. And we drop the puck loose at the face-off circle. Erie spikes it up to the line, but not out. Merkley has it. Slides it on in front. Nicely defended, and getting across for the stop is Campbell with the blocker. Mosko holds on. He gives the Guzkov at the right circle, very high along the line, and they shoot it towards the net. It's easily blockered by goaltender Campbell as Erie looks to clear. Played ahead, and it goes off a stick of one of the Otters. Somebody's down behind the play as icing's waved out. Golod slow to get up as he peels himself up off the ice. The Knights bring it ahead. Nelson comes on in, dances one. It's knocked off his stick as the Otters can pick it up. Emmett Sproul races back to center. He'll launch it in and chase on the far side corner. And a 6-5 game, 3:30 to go. The Otters on the far side. Fowler couldn't get it. Nelson tucks it back to Erie ice. It's fouled by Jack Duff. Knights are changing. Jack Duff, the Otters captain, shrugs off Dunkley. He'll charge ahead through center. Down the left wing side, and he holds it to corner. Sproul to join him. He'll drag the puck back behind the net where it's taken away by Liam Foodie. Erie trying to get back defensively. Swankler covering right now for Duff. Here comes Foodie on the near side. Tried to play it to himself. Hoisted ahead by the Otters on the steal, and it couldn't bounce in time for Swankler. Brought in by Swankler right wing side as he recovers though. Dances one man. Right wing circle trying to feed the Singer. Taken away by Strongis. And off come the London Knights. They force Strong to dump it in. 2:45 to go. Curtis Henry played up the near boards. A slide for McDougal. Headman play. Found by Singer. 2-on-1. Singer right side. Shoots and he misses wide. Off the end boards. And it banks back out towards the line. Picked up by Dunkley. Dunkley coming the other way. They drew a penalty. McDougal's going to go to the box here as Henry whacks it ahead. A roughing call to Matthew McDougal, who can't believe it, but he did get the glove up, as I believe that was Dunkley on the near side who had McDougal wrapped up a bit, tried to shake it, and threw a fist right into the mouth of Dunkley. And the turkey's on the table here for the Knights. And I think they're going to call their timeout. 2:27 remains in the third period. 6-5 Knights. Otters, rather. Knights take the timeout, and they have the power play. Down 1. Will we see Miscue come off and the extra attacker come on? It appears so, as goaltender Miscue now stationed and on the bench now as he takes a seat. 6-on-4 power play upcoming as they pull the netminder. And if you're Erie, you have all the free chances you want at that empty net. Draws to the right of Aiden Campbell, and we return on this timeout whistle. So hold on to your butts here. 6-5 Otters with a 1-goal lead. Net empty to our left. And we get underway. Jack Duff has it behind the goal. Looks for the empty goal. And he'll send it wide down the near side wall. Hits the corner. Berkeley settles it down. Goaltender pulled for the extra man. It's 6-on-4. With the Otters shorthanded. McDougal in the box for roughing. Slapped in by McMichael. Erie trying to whack it ahead. They knock the stick out of the hands of Regula as they tie up Jack Duff near side. Otters try to get some numbers in there. The Knights, they send 4 in to get that puck. Regula backs off, and he's going to regain his stick. Erie just tying. Good job of just killing up the clock. Finally, it's knocked loose. Merkley, bouncing puck at the right point, holds it. Sends it on left side. Skinner shoots. That goes high. Off the near side wall. Here's Foodie. Settle it down. Give to Merkley. 95 seconds remains in this hockey game. Stopped by the Otters in the shot. They can't clear. Knocked out of midair, and Michael winds up. Slapper blocked by Yetman. Stays inside Erie territory. Played to McMichael. 3 along the blue line. Skinner winds. Doesn't shoot. Left side for Connor McMichael. Slide it back across. They have to reset as Merkley picks it up off the wall. Erie holds as a look. Shot coming. Blocked by Fowler. Holding again their 4-man box. Here's Merkley. Skates right side. They get to the point. Shot coming. Blocked. Save. And shot in. McMichael hits second. It ties the game. 6-all. That is a long skate back from the penalty box to the bench as McDougal, the roughing call at neutral ice, and Connor McMichael makes the Otters pay. 6-6 with 1:05 to go. Miscue back to the net. They've accomplished the task. We're even once more in this hockey game. Regula drops it into Erie ice. Drysdale on his horse. Moskal will get there first in the near side corner. Now you just got to get that point here now. Here's Guzkov wheeling behind the Otters net. Battling with Drew Hunter. And the Otters can work it ahead. Gola to Selin. Brushed in by Brendan Selin down the right wing side. Here's Gola. Ties a man up. Erie trying to get it loose. D'Amato looking for it. Gola fights through a check. Gets the possession now. Trying to feed it onto the front here. It comes to Brendan Selin. Couldn't get a shot away. And Drysdale picks up the puck at center with half a minute to go. He'll backhand it into the zone. Miscue to slow it. Shuffles it on for Regula near side. And on ahead, here comes Matvei Guzkov. Right wing side, shovels it on in. 15 seconds to go as we're staring down overtime for a fourth straight game. Drysdale takes a gainer at the clock, peels off, down to 7 seconds. Behind the net go the Otters. They'll play to the far board. It's going to be picked up here by the Knights as Gruden trying to get it to the front of the net here. 2 seconds and 1. It ends. The Knights tie it up at 6 late in this hockey game. We'll head to a break. Overtime is next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Interstate Mitsubishi has been ranked number 1 in sales satisfaction in the U.S. for 2 years in a row. Customers are our priority, and no one can compare in price. Right now, you can own a 2019 7-passenger Outlander for only $20,988. That's only $269 a month. That's right, own it for only $269 a month. And you're covered with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Interstate is the place to go. Mitsubishi's the car to buy. We make it easy, only at Interstate Mitsubishi.
Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Offer excludes tax, title, and dealer fees.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital are collaborating for cancer breakthroughs. We're sharing insights to help improve treatment times and results for you and your loved ones. For certain types of cancer, radiation treatment times have been cut in half and achieved the same level of success, exposing patients to less radiation and giving them a chance at a quicker recovery. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent. Together for health, together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back to London, where we need overtime here tonight. 6-6. 3-on-3 we go. Fourth straight overtime game for the Erie Otters as Drew Hunter calls out the play. Regula trying to drag into the Erie zone. Wheels in behind the Otters net to the near side boards. Planted there by Hunter. Trying to reach in and pry this one loose. Erie. It's Regula back down to the near side corner. Spiked out towards the front. Yepman will cut it off. In danger of his goal streak coming to an end. He's got 4 minutes and 35 seconds. Going to put on a little magic here as Hunter will bring it out for Erie. They give right. Chad Yetman cruises through neutral ice. Puts on the Jets. Works it down to the right corner. Now hits the brakes. Taken away by Connor McMichael. And pay it ahead. Here comes McMichael. He's got a pair already. Yetman on his horse. 2-on-1 the other way. McMichael shoots. Saved by Campbell. And he holds on for the whistle. 4:13 remains. Well, the London Knights have fallen in a few overtime games as we drop the puck to the right of Campbell. They have not won a game after regulation as the Otters battle with Ryan Merkley. He's going to head back towards his own end. Gives a bit of ground and reset. Watched by Austin Swankler. Drysdale directs traffic as he will take Gruden near side. Merkley brings it ahead. Down right wing, poke check loose as Erie looks to go after it behind their own net. Swankler ties it up there. Chips it back behind his own net. Look out, play down in front. The Otters strip the man of the puck, and this is going to be a jailbreak the other way. Otters have numbers. Fowler, Swankler, Fowler right side for Swankler, trying to bring it on the backhand, and it's still loose, and Miskew takes it away. He'll cover. All out for the Erie Otters, and I don't think they got a shot on goal. Fowler and Swankler just didn't shoot. And a face-off to the left of Dylan Miskew. Miskew for the Otters on a 2-on-0. There's McDougall back behind the net. Couldn't feed the Sproul. Plays it out towards the front. It's taken away. And here comes Liam Footy with Skinner. Tied up by McDougall down to the near corner. The Otters poke it on ahead. It'll be Sproul against Moskal. Joining is Duff. Sproul's going to peel off now. Now brings it ahead. Drop pass at the Otters bench off the stick of Duff. And Footy's going to pick it up left wing. Knights with possession. Footy in front. Comes to Campbell, who smothers it. Almost had Billy Moskal in front. Change for the Otters in personnel. The Knights do the same. 3:04 remaining here. Draws to the right of Aiden Campbell. Every overtime game has gone to a shootout for the Otters thus far on the young season. Erie takes after the faceoff. Drew Hunter. Brought in today by the Erie Otters. He finds Max Golod busting down the left wing side and wheels in behind the net. Teed up by Evangelista. Shrugs that check. Golod fakes the pass. Now gives off. Here's a one-timer that's kicked away by Miscue. Loose back behind the net. Hunter wants to look for it as it's played along the near side circle. A gamble by the Otters. Almost worked out, but it bounces onto the tape of McMichael. Evangelista wheels near side. Drop pass. Golod couldn't get the puck away. Flipped up in the air by McMichael. He's got two tonight as he holds and fires that one wide off the corner glass and all the way back to Erie ice. Changes for Erie. 3 fresh bodies. The Knights with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in overtime to bring it ahead. As here comes Merkley. Poke checked away by the Otters Fowler, but regathered by McMichael. Drysdale, though, looking for it. Couldn't get the handle. A diving Merkley. Here's it walking in. Shooting and scoring is McMichael for the overtime winner and the hat trick. Connor McMichael from way downtown puts it off the crossbar and in with 1:56 seconds left in overtime. McMichael, the hat trick, and a 6-point night. Knights will win 7-6. Duskus Martin Funeral Home postgame show is up after this. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
This holiday season, my good friend gave to me 7 Powerball tickets, 6 match 6 chances, 5 cash points, 4 cash for lives, 3 pick 3s, 2 Mega Millions.
Pennsylvania lottery tickets make great gifts, like the new Secret Santa, with top prizes of $300 grand. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
And best wishes from the lottery.
Hockey has returned to the city of Erie. Catch the Erie Otters in every big game, every goal, every hit, and all the action at the Erie Insurance Arena this fall. The Smiths Fan 4-Pack is back for Friday, November 15th when the Otters host the Windsor Spitfires at 7 p.m. Fans can purchase a 4-pack of tickets with free concessions coupons for $54. Then on Saturday, November 16th, the Otters host the Mississauga Steelheads at 7 p.m. Don't miss the NHL Stars of Tomorrow today. Get your tickets at the Erie Insurance Arena box office, online at ottershockey.com, or by calling 814-452-4857.
The secret to a great hockey team is simple. Chemistry. Same with you and your doctor. Enter Doctor Match from Highmark. It matches you with a doctor whose personality and care approach sync with what you're looking for. Bam! Instant chemistry. Find your match today. Visit drmatchquiz.com from Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Doctor Match is intended to help members choose an in-network healthcare provider.
With every vehicle sold and every service completed, experience innovation that excites only at Interstate Nissan. We offer award-winning customer service paired with exceptional offers on your favorite models. Lease a new 2019 Rogue Sport for only $199 a month for 36 months. We make it easy so you have time to enjoy the simple things in life only at Interstate Nissan. Shop interstatenissan.com or in-store just 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Peachtree.
VIN number KW626844, lease selling price $23,701.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here inside the Budweiser Gardens, where a barn burner here took us to overtime. The Erie Otters fall 7-6. So the London Knights here tonight in overtime. They get a point. But it's Connor McMichael. A 6-point night who has the Otters number. He has 7 goals against the Erie Otters in 3 games. 6-point night tonight, including the overtime, the game-tying goal, and the game-winning goal. As the Knights prevail tonight, 7-6. I'm Aaron Cooney. This is the Duskus Martin Funeral Home postgame show. Duskus Martin working tirelessly to give your loved ones dignity. As into the recap we go. 7-6 final in overtime. The Otters, here's the story. The Otters played really only 2 periods. Asleep at the wheel for the first. It was an 8 o'clock start for the Erie Otters. Really 7:30 as the Knights opened up a 3-0 lead in the first. Dunkley, Gruden, and then a 5-on-3 goal for Alec Regula to make it 3-0. The Otters, they woke up. A pair of goals in 16 seconds for the Erie Otters, starting with Hayden Fowler. He's got goals in 2 straight. His 7th of the year at 4:17. Then 16 seconds later, Matthew McDougall, a beautiful goal. A rush on the ensuing face-off from Curtis Henry. Busts through the entire Knights team. And then beats Brett Brochu to make it 3-2. The Knights will answer back, though, as we would see goals scored, 3 of them, in just a minute and 5 seconds. As Gruden gets a second of the night to make it 4-2 for McMichael and Hunter Skinner. Erie, though, answers once again. Curtis Henry, his first of the night, at 7:47, makes it 4-3. And then Emmett Sproul at 13:35 ties the game at 4. Only to see Connor McMichael open in front of the Otters net. McMichael will have the final 3 goals for the London Knights. In front of the Erie goal, McMichael all alone beats Campbell 5-4 through 40. The Otters tie things out quick. Curtis Henry, a minute 24 seconds into the third period. Good start on this period for the Erie Otters. And then Daniel D'Amato, he's got goals in 3 straight. Wheels behind the net. The wraparound that beats Brochu. End of the night for Brochu as Erie goes ahead 6-5. Goes into the final moments of this hockey game. Erie takes a penalty. McDougall for roughing. And the Knights will pull the goalie. A 2-man advantage essentially. 6-on-4. And the Knights tie it. Connor McMichael again getting loose. Can snap it home for his 15th of the season with a minute and 5 seconds left. Erie just couldn't wind down the rest of the clock while shorthanded. They couldn't get clear. They blocked a handful of shots right before that. You could tell that unit was gassed, but they just could not get out of the zone. That sent us to overtime. Erie probably had the best chance. What looked like 3-0. Drysdale hauled down behind. Still stays a 2-0. But the Otters just couldn't decide what to do. As Fowler dishes to Austin Swankler, the left-hander wanted to bring it across the zone and just lost it. As it's poke checked by Miscue. Dylan Miscue is first go here as a London Knight, and he picks up a win because back the other way, McMichael, he just unleashes a laser beam from about 50 feet out, the middle of the ice, that goes bar in. And McMichael has the hat trick, the overtime winner. His 7th goal against the Otters in 3 games. The Knights prevail. They pick up the extra point in overtime. 7-6 your final here from the Budweiser Gardens. This is the Duskus Martin Funeral Home postgame show. We're wrapping things up here from London as the Otters have got to make their way back to Erie. You got 2 more. You play tomorrow night. Erie's going to host the Ottawa 67s, who are big winners here today. 8-3 over the Niagara Ice Dogs. And then on Sunday afternoon, Erie will see the Niagara Ice Dogs Sunday at the Erie Insurance Arena. So, lots of hockey still to be played. The Otters have picked up points in 4 straight games, but 3 of those games being loser points, unfortunately, for the Otters. Let's take a look at tonight's Ironworkers local Union of the Threes Ironman of the game with tonight's 3 stars. 3rd star, John Gruden, had himself a pair of goals here this evening. Different Jonathan Gruden, if you're thinking about it. 2 goals. It was 8 for 11 on faceoffs. Second star, Curtis Henry, a 3-point night with a pair of goals on the evening. His first 2-goal game in the OHL. And the number 1 star, it's Connor McMichael. 6-point night, 3 goals, 3 assists, the game-tying goal, and the game-winning goal in overtime for Connor McMichael, first-round pick of the Washington Capitals. And they're pretty happy here. Some other news for the Otters is they lose Jacob Golden at some point in this hockey game. He did not return to the bench for the third period. Erie essentially down to a handful of defensemen. They're already hampered on the blue line between injuries. Brendan Kishnick, Marcus Gillard. Earlier today, Luke Beamish deciding to retire from hockey. And now you're also down Jake Golden. Injury bug has stunned the Otters blue line here. And in a 3-3 week, the Otters are going to have to really dig deep tomorrow and Sunday into their lineup. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Sheridan and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You ought to be staying with the best. Oshawa defeats Kingston 5-1. Hamilton downs Mississauga 4-2. Ottawa over Niagara 8-3. We gave that one earlier. Sudbury prevails 3-2 on a 2-goal third period over the North Bay Battalion. Barrie Colts win in a shootout 4-3 over the Saginaw Spirit. Sarnia Sting defeat the Flint Firebirds 7-5. Guelph down Sault Ste. Marie 6-4. Owen Sound rebounds after a loss Wednesday night. The 5-2 over the Kitchener Rangers. And Erie picks up a point. Final score tonight 7-6. As the Otters will stay 1 point ahead of the Lund Knights in the standings. And it looks like that'll bounce them ahead of the Kitchener Rangers now for the time being, heading into this 3-3, as still no separation here in this Western Conference. It is a wild start to the OHL season this year. As the Otters fall here tonight, 7-6, outshot 45-26. Someone that doesn't get a star, but man, Aiden Campbell gave Erie everything he could. Unreal save. You're going to see this one on highlight reels a little bit, probably later on next week from the OHL, as he absolutely robs Liam Foodie on a cross-crease pass. Campbell gets across and gloves this one. Kept Erie ahead at the time, but the Knights, with the power play and the goaltender pulled, are able to pull ahead to tie and then take the overtime extra point. As Connor McMichael completes the trick in overtime to down the Otters 7-6. But that's going to do it for us here tonight. We're back at it tomorrow at the Erie Insurance Arena, and it's Military Appreciation Night. We got a lot of sponsors that we'll go through later on tomorrow help us provide over 700 tickets to the Erie VA Hospital, as well as the Soldiers and Sailors. Otters fans looking for a great turnout tomorrow night on Military Appreciation Night against the Ottawa 67s. 7 o'clock face-off. We'll talk to you then. I'm Aaron Cooney for Brian McKay back in studio, saying goodnight. Final score, Otters fall in overtime 7-6. They pick up a point and remain in that Western Conference chase. Otters at home tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Ottawa 67s. We'll see you at the rink. You've been listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
You've been listening to Erie Otters Hockey on WRIE Erie. Follow all the action throughout the season on the new home of the Erie Otters, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.